Hello and welcome to this week's episode of X-Crawl Infinite. Some people are calling this the 18th episode. And are those people right?
Yes.
Yes. I was no.
Yes, I am right, Maddie. I checked the episode log. Last one was 17.
I also checked.
16 was before that.
I was very confident this time.
Maddie said I was
It was
wrong
the
earlier,
18th.
and I disagreed. I think you didn't
Oh, then
count
I just
last
didn't
week.
take any notes last time.
Yeah, because it was
To
just
be
a
fair,
fight.
last time it was just like ending out a fight against a
Oh,
normal
that's
number
why I
of
didn't take
people.
any notes because we just finished it.
We actually just have a
So really
secret
what we
lost
learned
episode.
what we've learned is that Maddie is actually a terrible person to be left in charge of what episode we're up to.
Well, it's good
One
to have
time.
multiple systems. of
Also,
capability.
I didn't show anybody off screen, but Kristen in particular, I got this little guy.
There's a little guy.
Oh
Was
my
that
god, I love him.
from something?
I wish that was me. I need
No, it
one.
was just,
Holy shit.
The medieval fair that I went to was selling them, so I don't even know if you can get them online. I mean, they're 3D printed, so I'm sure you can
It
get them.
just looked vaguely familiar.
I can't. I
Did you
wasn't
say-
able to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you weren't looking.
Oh, that's
It's just
very
a
charming.
little fella.
That's very cute.
It's very satisfying. So, for those of you that missed last week, congratulations, you finished the crawl. And it actually went very well for you. Minus the fact that we let Maddie roll for the horde, the incoming horde every time, and it was always a lot.
Yeah.
But in the end, you made it out in 16 rounds, according to my math. Probably 13, 15 and a bit. But very quick, solid, minute and a half? And through the 6 rooms, you come off the crawl and are immediately, like, people are cure woundsing you, getting you back up to full health. Duck, you notice that you're finding it really hard to focus, like to concentrate on anything. You've got this really dull, throbbing headache at like just behind your eyes. But even the finger wound, otherwise, like other than missing a finger, which will impact you as you learn to deal with that, doesn't feel particularly painful by the time you come off the field and are healed up. And you're led back to the green room. And this is kind of one of those situations where they're 15-minute like blocks in which the crawl people are going in. So this one will go pretty quickly. But you can sit in the green room watching, debriefing, that kind of stuff. Or you can head out into Chicago and get lunch or do something like that. Go see a doctor if you want about your sore fingers.
I'm afraid myself from seeing Chicago right now. And suggest politely that we go to get these fingers looked after.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah. I was gonna suggest that too.
Yeah, I don't think you want to just leave those like that.
No, yeah. That's like a really good idea. I'm still gonna, while we're heading out, I'm gonna get the game on my phone if anyone wants to like keep tabs on how other teams are doing.
Were we able to pick up the severed fingers?
You didn't say you did it at the time, and thusly you didn't do it at the time. Somebody will have collected the severed
Okay,
fingers.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Teddy will
yeah.
go ask somebody who's like Teddy will go check with the people because that's the thing. If it's or Milo should have probably, since Milo said that you brought it up.
I
Go ahead.
forget. Are you supposed to ice them? Are they recommending not to ice them now?
If Milo gets access to the fingers and we pass through the green room, Milo now has like a shot cup of just water and some ice, and there's just 2 fingers floating in it.
Beautiful.
A shot glass?
Or not shot glass, like a small
A
cup.
like a highball glass.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
A martini glass.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, yeah, any of you can roll a medicine check about this kind of thing, if you like. Or you can just ask like a liaison.
can Google it.
Oh yeah, you can. A medicine check is including your ability to Google what do I do if I have my finger cut off.
I don't think any of us have medicine. do we?
Because it'll be
There's a
funny
lot
if
of
I do it.
there's a lot of conflicting information. That's the problem. Ron, you find a Google article that says missing a finger attracts snakes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doesn't really seem helpful for what you're actually looking at, but it is curious. And shocking nobody, none of you have any medical knowledge.
No.
So you're like umming and ahhing about it. You do have the fingers. You can just go to like
We just go to a hospital.
a hospital. You can go to the doctors here. Yes, you.
I gotta check in with Coach.
Not
there.
before you
Gotta
get your finger. Look, what?
Let's
No.
She's,
Finger
Gotta get
she's
your
in the
finger back
room.
on.
Coach, how'd we do?
Oh, you were very good. Also, you mean you could get that finger reattached. I think it's harder once it's been like magically cauterized like yours has, and you look down at like quite a elegantly healed magically stump of a finger.
Okay.
Normally they
Level.
you just pay to regenerate it.
Oh shit.
Wait, so
Yeah,
do
we
you
should
do-
go figure that out.
Oh yeah, I forgot they
So
did say
mine
that.
wasn't.
No, they like stumped you guys.
Oh.
Wait, so do we need these?
Yeah.
I would
mean-
like to have a full hand back. Can we
Just
dim
take
the
them along?
lights just a little bit? Sorry, Coach.
I mean, the rooms are lights on or off, and they are awful bright, big
Teddy-
light rooms.
Teddy goes to their sport pack and pulls out a pair of sunglasses to offer you.
I need you to
thank
make
you.
a
Make a
raw
separate-
charisma check. A raw charisma check for that.
Can I make a
Glasses.
separate medicine check to realize that Duck has a concussion?
Yeah, you can all make a separate medicine check except for Duck, who doesn't remember being hit quite hard in the head. Oh no, Teddy, you didn't
Wow.
need to make a charisma check. It was Duck's ability to pull off your sunglasses.
Got it.
I rolled a
There you go.
17. It's
Fingers.
4 14.
Just
Maddie,
aggressively
I will
average
say,
you.
you saw Duck get hit in the face quite hard, and you are
Mhm.
aware that headaches exist and concussion exists. So, and even Ron with a 10, you're aware that concussion exists, and Duck is more light sensitive than normal and looks a little bit bleary eyed as well.
Doc, are you sure I feel like you maybe got a concussion. I saw you get hit in the face real hard.
Oh. Yeah,
And,
that
like,
makes
I
sense.
didn't do sports, but my brothers did. And-
No, there was this guy who like hit an absolute nail driver right into my face, so that's the last time I felt like this. So I think my coach said I was concussed then too, probably. I don't know. I think I've had a couple of concussions.
Okay, so why don't we get our fingers figured out and also a concussion protocol for you? Yeah?
Yeah. No, that's great.
Is that why your left eye is like all pupil?
Is it?
Yeah.
Weirdly, none of you know this. The reason of that is actually Warlock related. But don't worry about it. That's a Warlock thing. No. Yeah, so you can try the emergency room. You can just try and find a doctor. Like it's not that busy.
Like maybe like an urgent care nearby. Do we have health insurance?
You'd have to ask the person in charge of all of your stuff.
Uh,
I think so.
would
We
handicap
also
service out with insurance, and would I have just
No.
changed over? No.
we
Um,
use Australian medical system, which means that you don't need health
Yeah, I
insurance.
think that was
quite that much.
established.
Oh, right, right.
Because I didn't want to track health insurance. But yes,
I'll cover it.
Duck is on like his like 5th concussion in his life and is just a little bit babbly. A little more babbly than normal.
how are you getting so many concussions as a baseball player? That's my question.
Because he had a shit team. A lot of batting practice has gone so wrong.
You like just hitting each other with baseball bats.
There's just like
That's crazy.
there's some type of like clipped together reel of just different points where Duck just gets beamed by a baseball.
Am I wrong about how frequently pitchers get hit in the face in baseball?
No, you're not wrong. The baseball
just-
players typically don't get concussions.
You have a massive over the average of concussions for a baseball player. I understand.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you as a group head off to presumably your bus because you're going to drive somewhere.
As we get closer to the street, Teddy, like in a very like casual, hey, we're just bros ways, is going to sling an arm around the concussed Duck and kind of guide him along very casually.
Oh,
Definitely not
yeah,
medical
thanks,
support.
man.
We're just bros.
You did so good. You did so good today. It was like really great to play with you, and I'm so glad we're on a team, Teddy. Like you're my bro.
Teddy's just like idly patting your shoulder and nodding. Yep. Good game. Good game.
Oh,
And like
man.
looking at everyone else, like
I should probably call my mom. I haven't talked to her today. You think she watched?
Maybe do that
Do you
later.
think she called in? You think she dialed in? She probably did. She came to all of my games in high school.
maybe give it like a moment. Let's get through the doctor first.
Yeah, that's what she would say also.
We like wipe cut and you are getting out of the bus in front of an urgent care emergency room type area. And you head inside. There's a bit of a line to wait in to get like triaged at the start and like all of this stuff. And as you get to the front, who's first, Steph or Doug?
I'd probably send Duck first since he's got a concussion, which is a more immediate need for assessment.
Duck, you look over the counter and there's a quite old, rotund-looking dwarf man wearing like nurse's scrubs with he's bald on top of his head, which is unusual for a dwarf, but he has an extremely well like kept goatee that drops down to like a Viking braid. And he looks up and goes, yes, is there something you what's troubling you today?
Hi, sir. So I think there are two things. One, I've X-crawl accident fingers off my hand, and my friend over there has the finger in a cup right now, and just would like to get that situated. Also, I think I got hit in the head, quite badly. Hence, I've got the sunglasses on inside, and I would like to get checked for a concussion, please, sir.
He nods and says, all right. And like kind of reaches out for your hand to look at the stump of your finger. He looks at it for a little bit and says, well, it's already had healing magic, so it's not urgent for that. You should just go see a general doctor and they'll refer you to. I mean, we can try and reattach it with the finger, but he kind of gets his finger and puts it next to your finger where there's like, it's clearly rounded off from the cure wounds that have been cast on you. Like the magic doesn't care about leaving you in a good situation to reattach it surgically. It just cares about making your finger like not hurt and not be damaged anymore. He says, but the concussion, we can definitely have a look at that. He says, so tell me about when you sustained the concussion.
It was a little bit ago. I don't quite remember. We're an X-Crawl team, and we were getting through the one of the rooms, and apparently I got hit in the face by a guy with like maybe a hammer or a sword or something. I feel Can I have a garbage can, please?
He hands you like a vomit bag.
He
Assuming that's what you needed.
duck vomits.
The nurse just stares stoically at Duck and says to probably Teddy, who's still helping him up, says, well, those are all signs that it could be a concussion. Take a seat, we'll have someone come out and have a look. But yes, eventually Duck will get seen for concussion. You do have a concussion. You will just simply have to you kind of need to get magical healing for your concussion as well, because it could just go away on its own, but it is affecting your ability to think. So the best way to do it is to go to a proper cleric or something like that to deal with it, which will cost some money. That's the problem with regeneration magic. All of the if you'd cut your finger off in a home accident, you could have got it reattached for free, but because it was already had cure wounds applied, it's all a little bit harder. Zeph, they tell you that you are welcome to wait, but there's no guarantee that they will see you at any point ever. It's an emergency room. It's based on the severity of the injury, and you're currently with a non-painful, completely healed finger.
Cool.
But that takes it. They actually see Duck pretty quickly, because at some point they ask you to take the sunglasses off, and you do have one eye that's entirely pupil. So they're like, "Oh, that's actually, yeah, let's get that looked at pretty quickly, because that could be worse." And they realize it's just like a leftover lingering magical thing from one of your casts of sponsored pitch. But during that time, Duck, you do have your phone still on, watching all of the different teams partake, and you are in first place after the first 12 or so teams, by quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think Teddy is going to when we're in that interim of waiting, assuming that we haven't all been fully kicked out of whatever waiting room section you're in. Teddy will take
you can all be
the
standing there
phone.
awkwardly.
Yeah, Teddy will take the phone and say, "Can I just keep you updated verbally? Pretty sure that standard operation for a concussion is no screens, man."
Oh man, but I gotta. But what if I want to see? I gotta
make a perception check for me, Doc.
We just gave you the play-by-play. Yeah.
Yeah, you can still hear it too. You know. Almost 20.
Oh.
You do notice as you're knowing with Teddy that there are TVs in this waiting room, and one of them is playing the Chicago Crawl. So you could just watch that as well.
Wherever we're at hearing about the magical finger not really being a worry, at some point still holding this cup, Milo will have kind of poked Zeph and just, do you want yours?
I
don't.
I've been carrying this for 30 minutes. It's kind of getting gross.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Maybe we just ask them to dispose it for us. Biohazard waste and all that.
Okay, Milo will go up to whatever the front desk of this emergency room and with a cup of fingers. It's can I get rid of this?
Yeah.
It's the same dwarf, and he's like, "Oh, your friends? Yes, we can deal with that." And he puts on some gloves and reaches out and takes the glass from you. He goes, "Is this glass important?"
Oh no, it's not mine.
Great, it's all getting incinerated then. He puts it all into a biohazard bag.
Thank you.
But yes, a couple of hours pass. You're doing very well in the crawl. But really, all they could do for you is tell you that yes, it's a concussion. You they could keep you for monitoring if you really wanted, but they don't think it's a high enough grade concussion for that. You just might have some lingering headaches and inability to focus.
And give me some Advil and send me on my way.
Probably not. You're not in a lot of pain, like from the headache. It's just the concussion part of it because the magical healing helped with the headache a bit too. If you ask them to prescribe something, they will prescribe you a painkiller. It will be like a double strength Advil. But yes, you can go try and find a doctor today. It will be harder because it's Saturday. But otherwise, you are free to do what you like until the evening when you are required to be back at the stadium.
We'll
It's
say
been a
Duck
minute.
is actually pretty invested also in having all of his fingers back.
It's been a minute, but when am I supposed to go to this like Thai food opening place?
That's
you
like
have to just
so you're here on the weekend for the crawl, and that's on Tuesday. So you're just staying in Chicago a couple of days longer.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I
Yeah.
think Milo is on his phone, just like looking up, like trying to figure out, like what cleric costs.
Almost all of them don't list a cost without consultation, but you can find a couple that will do a free consultation for you under the like state-sponsored medical.
Is there any that do like telecleric, like telecleric
You want-
consultation?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can find a website for like Scrydoc, and they'll like scry on you, and then like while calling you. That one's not free. That one like it costs for the consultation.
Are any of them available? Probably not this late. And being Saturday.
You go into the chat bot and they're just like you put in your details and they'll like we will let you know if somebody's available, and almost immediately you get a pop up of someone being available, and you the cost is. Are you booking one appointment? Like, to try and get both of them, or are you booking 2 appointments for each?
I think Milo would book 2.
Okay, because this is a telehealth thing, they're not going to be able to fix it for you. They can just like book you in to get it fixed. And each one is $90 after the rebate that you would get.
Okay.
So you can take that out of your team funds. You kind of book it at the same time, but Zephyr, you get a call first, or Milo, you get a call, knowing that it's for Zephyr. And on the FaceTime that you have with this doctor, it's a like maybe 240-year-old Chinese elf. Like he is a grandmaster, like martial artist elf looking guy, from a kung fu movie. And he speaks fluent Mandarin at you, which the magic of your cell phone like translates, but it's kind of like garbage Google Translate. It's not very good.
Mhm.
And so he says, what's the medical, and then instead of emergency, it's like surprise. What's the medical surprise? And
Yes.
as
Last finger.
you hold that up, he scries to your location using your phone as like the thing that he's scrying to. You see him looking down into like a bowl of water. He says, "Oh yes, you need referral to regenerative doctor."
Yes. And so does my friend Duck. We have the same thing happen to us in the crawl.
He like you see the scrying sensor kind of spin. Says, "Oh, okay. Well, I can only do referral for you because your appointment is for you." And like, you hear him clicky clacking on like a really old typewriter sounding keyboard. And
Oh,
Milo,
boy.
you get a referral to like Chicago Sports Medical, which has the opening hours is like every day, 9 to 5. That's it. Then immediately after that phone call ends, you get a second call from the exact same number, and the exact same Chinese elf appears. It's
The
like,
phone from Zeph. Turn around and like kind of aim it at Duck.
what's the medical surprise?
I lost a finger.
Yeah, that. And he got hit really hard, like in the head.
Yeah, no, but I'm dealing with that right now.
You don't need letter for head injury?
He does.
Okay. You hear the same clacking. This one's a little bit longer. You get a referral to the exact same medical center, but now it has like 2 different things that the referral is for. And then he says, "Rates crying, Doc 5 stars," and then hangs up on you. But you have referrals. They are open. It's just whether or not they have time to see people today.
You know, I like it. I like it when medical professionals are punctual.
Helpful.
I wonder if I could get in with my pediatrician. She was really
What?
nice.
Duck,
Huh?
you're 18 now. I don't think you can go to your pediatrician anymore.
Well, you know, they're friends of like the family.
It's actually not true. 11 will like let you keep going.
Yeah.
You're like 25.
Yeah, my sister saw them, like, saw her for a while. She's actually our pediatrician. She's actually our aunt, which is kind of cool. So we also see her at family reunions.
I'm pretty sure if she's your aunt, you can.
Did you just
get
call
in
your
with
aunt a friend of the? Did you just
Yeah.
say that your aunt was a friend of the family?
Well, it's sort of like she was like best friends with my mom's sister, so we got like in the habit of calling her Aunt Tammy.
She's not
But
your
not
aunt.
actually to aunt. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
by definition, isn't your aunt, but is your chosen aunt.
But like, sure, yeah, like my aunt's best friend, and they lived together for a little bit.
And when you're little, it's just easier to say everyone's an aunt and uncle. Teddy is like,
Fine, just give the
Doug
look.
describing his sister's. Is Doug describing his real sister's aunt, his like real aunt's wife, as a family friend?
That's
They're anyways looking at
Let's give Doc a look. Of, like,
In
what?
fact, he for a while was calling her his aunt because he actually thought that they were dating, but in real life, he got gently corrected, and it was like, hey, actually, they are just roommates.
Oh, they were roommates.
Still sounds made up. Yeah.
No,
so
his actual aunt has a husband now. It was confusing for the whole family.
This goes back and forth for a while until Duck, you remember that your aunt is not a cleric of any fashion, so therefore couldn't do the magical regeneration. She's just like an actual doctor. But yes,
That's
you do
concussed.
have a referral. Yeah, you do have a referral. Milo, you can call the place. They can fit you in today, but they also won't quote you the price it will cost until they see the thing.
So I'm not really used to booking my own medical stuff. Should we just push for like today? They can see us today.
Yeah.
Just get it done if we can.
Milo will
You can-
clicky clacky and try to get us in.
Have we seen the
Yeah.
Mountaineers go yet?
No, they're like 23rd of the 2014s or something. They're very late in the thing.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, they rolled really late.
Duck shoots a text to Grace and goes, "Hey, I'm at the doctor. I'm gonna try to like watch y'all go. Good luck." Like, smiley face with hearts.
Sure, you know categorically that you're not going to get a response to that text message because it's like they're still in the holding area and aren't really meant to be receiving text messages.
Yeah, but it's the thought that counts.
But I will roll for Grace's feelings about you, her already best friend. So it's about. I'm going to do time simply in like runs through the crawl. It's about the crawl like 15 by the time you're like outside this medical center. It's a really shockingly rundown building. Like, you don't know if it's because you booked it through this weird online thing where you talk to a Chinese man, or if like the medical center is just going to be pristine inside, but it really does not give good vibes. The outside of this building, there's like a closed storefront that has a huge awning that like denotes that it's a ramen place that is definitely meant to be open on Saturdays. But you can see dust on the roll down metal. That means it just hasn't been open for a long time. There's a door that like has we could say that it's called like Allied Health, and it has that sign on it, but that sign is on paper and it's just been printed out with like a big font, and the glass of the window isn't there, and instead it's been replaced by paper bags.
Hey, Ron, you have like divine stuff, right? Like magics stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Is this place evil?
I'll do it. Detect good and evil, or evil and good, whatever. I actually don't have that spell prepared, nor do I have spell slots. So
Teddy has
I'm-
already rolled up to the
I'm a
door.
paladin and
You could do
cannot ritual
the
cast.
divine sense thing, right?
Yeah, that's just gonna
Divine
tell me
sense
if
on this
there's
rundown house.
undead. I think.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Valid.
strong
Gonna say
evil.
fiend or undead.
Yeah. I just meant that it wouldn't tell us if like the place had like bad juju, but that's not true. It does do that.
I mean, you can roll insight for that as well, but yeah, you can do your divine sense if you like.
Sure. Do a divine sense.
All right, great.
You're
And,
divine sensing, and Teddy's hand is on the door.
Milo,
door
I
handle.
want you to roll me a d20, just so I can react to this divine sense appropriately. Is it just, for some reason, not rolled through on my side?
Who's rolling the d20?
Milo.
Okay.
I was going to get Teddy to do it, but Teddy's hand is already on the door, and I feel like
Absolutely.
what a deeply boring result. Ron, you don't get. There's certainly no strong evil. You get a natural. It's not from your divine sense. It's from your human common sense that this place is sketchy. And there are some undead in Chicago. Like within a 1 mile radius of where you are, there are some undead, but none directly in this building. Teddy, the door handle, wherever it said push or pull has been broken. So make a choice.
Cool. I'll push.
Great. Make me an athletics check.
Oh no.
Can we not afford a real doctor? I'm just saying this to say.
You go to push, and there's like a moment of the door like withstanding your push, and then like it pushes inwards, and you hear splintering of wood as the door pushes past like the inner door jamb. But it was a pull.
Teddy, as Teddy hears that splintering, like lets go and then like pulls gently.
Sure. Inside you see a staircase which is technically illuminated by a light, but that light is flickering in a way that puts you in mind of a slasher movie.
You think this place is less scary in the morning?
Probably not.
Is this? I mean, I don't know. Is this just not what it's supposed to be? I don't know. Our school nurse, they put her in a barn. It was pretty sick.
Okay. Oh, I think with that, Milo is going to try to be kind of like the first one going upstairs with the intention that he can run the fastest if he needs to.
Okay, are you stealthing up the stairs? Are
Yeah.
you agreeing
I will be stealthing up the stairs.
roll stealth.
Terrible.
You get to the first landing. The first landing has a door coming off it that just has a really big paper sign on it. That like this is an A3 sheet of paper that just says, "This is a private residence. Please continue to the next floor for allied health." You continue upwards, and as you get up, there is a glass door. They're unbroken. It is cracked. That just says Allied Health on it, and behind it is a quite well lit room. There's a couple of couches in there and a reception desk that you can see. The receptionist doesn't seem to have noticed you.
We'll look down the staircase and
You just see Milo's head pop up, and all of you like trek up into the thing. As you push the door open, there's like an old school bell, like that the door triggers each time one of the door like pushes in. And from behind the desk, there's a receptionist sitting, kind of looking idly out, but who didn't notice you, Milo, but does once you start opening the door. But on top of that, there was a person bent down behind the desk, looking through a cabinet for something, and they stand up to like 6'3" in height, and just like whip their head around as if there's like something might be attacking them. Until they look at the 5 of you walking in, and you see Milo, like the tension kind of drops away from them for a second. Goes, you handle this, Matilda, and she puts a hand on the head of the receptionist and like just ducks into a back room. The receptionist looks up and goes, "Do you have an appointment?" She looks like Daria from Daria for character.
I think we have referrals.
Hoping you
Don't know.
squeeze us in today,
I don't know
possibly.
from who. But
It
but
just said from
someone.
scryingdoc.com.
Yeah, I was crying Doc.
She nods at this. Okay. Well, we do have Milo. Didn't you make appointments?
Yeah.
Okay. She says, well, we do have 2 people booked in a little bit later, but we can maybe squeeze you in now if you let me see the referrals. And she like stands up, like holds her hand out for the referrals. They're of course on your phone because you didn't get printed referrals, so you have to like show her the referral, and she's like, she squints at it. She says, "Oh, you did have appointments. You made appointments for Zephyrin Callis and Sawyer Mallard."
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Just need you to fill out some paperwork as your first time visitors to Allied Health. It's just like all your details and stuff.
Duck, I
and
think,
then,
probably does have to call his mom for some of the information on this form.
She said, and then whoever wants to go in first. And then by the time she sees you on the phone, she goes, "Miss Callis, we'll take you in first, probably." Sure. Does Duck know his own blood type?
No.
Wow. All right. You're on the phone with your mum. You have had like an influx of messages because people did see the crawl. But your mum has always tried to not be very stressed out by your injuries, what with all the concussions you sustained in baseball. So she's been pretty good about it. But she gives you the information. Zeph, you head in. The tall figure is a little bit. You probably didn't. Well, you certainly didn't notice in the moment, but the others probably didn't either because they ducked out very quickly. He has dark hair, but he's a little bit blue. like skin tone wise. And a more perceptive person like Duck, when he comes in, might notice that there's like a slight shimmer of scaliness to his exposed like neck and where his arms are. And he says, "Oh, just give me a second." And goes to his computer and looks up your file and goes, "Oh, a finger regeneration. Do you need the finger usable today?"
No, that's okay. We're done with her crawl today, so
Great. He like wanders over to a drawer and pulls out like a silicone ring and just says, "Just wear this and then bring it back tomorrow."
really, that's it. Wow,
Oh, and fix up the
Magic's
bill
cool.
with Matilda. This is
Okay.
cheaper than if you wanted the finger fixed directly.
Okay. And do I need to return this ring, or do I just put it in the trash when it's done doing its thing?
Make an insight check.
I'm so good at those.
No. You will need to return the ring. There will be. You'll sign something about returning the ring.
Okay.
Or there will be a cost. Please
Okay.
return the ring.
Will do.
He ushers you out of the room, and even with your bad perception, you can hear a man hyperventilating at the concept of throwing away a ring of regeneration. He, it takes about 10 minutes before he can call in Duck, such as the like panic attack that he just was on the verge of having. And then Duck, he says to you, okay, Mr. Mallard, you have
Both or not?
you have you're missing a finger, as was it's callous, but you also are suffering from concussion.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, sit, take a seat. Do you need the finger back today, or?
Probably not today, but like, you know, I would like it back sooner rather than later.
Of course. And he goes and gets another ring and like hands it to you and says, "This is a non-disposable ring. You will need to bring this back tomorrow.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh.
You'll pay for it and sign it." He like lets out a breath of like relief at the fact that you said no, and he goes, yes. For the concussion, just give me a moment. And he pulls down it's kind of like a monocle that didn't look like you couldn't see anything on his head, and he like reaches a finger up and pulls it down, and it appears when it comes in front of his eye. And he like squints through it and is looking at your head. It's like, well, he like puts it up. You have a concussion. You also have like some lingering magic on you. Could just be a residual of like. Are you able to cast magic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I do want to clear that up first in case that's got anything to do with your concussion. But I should be able to, if you'll allow me. And he begins to cast a spell. His hands moving, despite the fact that this is a very nervous man, and he has very long fingers. But there's a surety to his spell casting that you have not seen, like much in terms of similar level spell casting. And he dispels the like lingering magic that was on you, and your pupil goes back to normal. And he like looks at you in the face, like holds your head straight and says, "Okay." He brings back down the thing again and says, "Okay, yeah, I can do that." Um, like breathes for a second, cracks his neck a little bit, and goes rolls his shoulder out, and then just like touches the middle of your forehead and just casts heal on you.
Oh. Oh, thank you. That feels much better. Oh, I don't feel like I'm gonna throw up. Hell yeah.
If you did feel like you were going to throw up after that, that would be a problem. But he kind of looks down at you and says, "That should be all cleaned up, and the ring will heal. Will heal you by tomorrow."
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate like the care and consideration that you've given me today.
Well, yeah, sure. We at Allied Health, we appreciate all our clients, all coming here under bad situations. He nods at you and kind of ushers you out the door. Zeph, yours is like $400.
Okay.
But there's also you do sign a contract that's like a $50,000 ring. That like, if you do not bring that ring back, you owe them $50,000 for the ring.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Duck, yours is the 400 for the ring and an extra 2,000 for the heal and dispel magic casting.
Great.
And Matilda's like,
Meanwhile, in the waiting room, we're all staring at each other awkwardly, wondering if Duck has been harvested or not.
The receptionist is like, actually, anybody who wants, other than Duck, because Duck, you're in the thing, roll me a D100.
Like everybody or just one person?
Just one person. The receptionist is like, so how'd two of you come to lose fingers? Some kind of
X-Crawl.
weird bet gone wrong? X-Roll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like
yeah,
your team?
we're an X-Crawl team.
Yeah.
Mm. And you didn't just ask at the stadium for them to have one of their like doctors look at you?
Well, like they looked at it and then went, "Now you could get this done now or later," and so we chose later.
We're now ish. Now,
Okay.
no, wait. Yeah.
All right. She like she's finishing the paperwork for Duck and hands it to you, Duck, as you come out, and she says, "Well, did you win?"
I mean, I think we
good
got a good chance. Thank you for asking, Matilda.
Milo will pull out his phone to check.
You can tell he's unconcussed now because he's
Huh.
back
Yeah.
to being very, very nice to receptionists.
You can tell that he's unconcussed. Milo, you look down at the Last Bastion, a team headed by people that you have vaguely met, but mostly Teddy has met. Just blitzing through the final room. There were like 17 swans in that room, and they just get all taken out by one fireball. Like, it's just a very very professional doing of the last room, and there's like one thing left, and you just see Thomas like stride forward and with a blade flourish, like stab directly through the neck of the swan to kill the last one as their crawl ends. And you see the timer at 54 seconds for their team. So you know currently that you are second, probably,
Disgusting.
depending on how much you've been paying attention.
Hey, even concussed Duck is locked in on this game.
Yeah. The crowd is going crazy. A little bit less wild than they went for you because this has been less. It's been more professional, and that's not what the Chicago Crawl crowd are into. They like watching the chaotic like violence. But anyway, once you have finished paying for the various treatments, you will be. Oh, they also tell you to come back after midday the next day to return the rings, because that's how long the magic will take to hold. But you have about an hour and a half before you need to be back at the stadium. You do kind of notice that you're all starting to feel a bit hungry at this point, because it's like 3 PM by now.
Food before I head back.
Yeah, sounds good.
You get back to the bus and you see.
I'm gonna look for a hot beef
Diara-
place.
Sure, you get back to the bus, which is like just parked down the road, and you see Diara and Mira playing cards, sitting like on the. There's like a little where the luggage would go. There's like a little platform that's been pulled out, and they're kind of just sitting on that. Partly because they were waiting for you, but partly so that there was clearly a presence near your bus, because this is a sketchy neighborhood. And as you head up, roll me a d20. Just want to see if there's a hot beef place in this area. Do you mean spicy beef when you say hot beef?
Yeah, like an Italian beef sandwich. We're in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
There
Sure.
will be one.
I thought you meant more like Asian hot beef than that. But yes, in
No,
that
it's
case,
in
it's
Chicago.
D20, which is much easier.
There's gonna be a bunch of hot beef
I don't
places,
know
and
what-
a lot of them are gonna be pretty decent.
Just
Well,
calling
I
it hot
rolled
beef
real
threw me off
bad.
for
There
a
are-
second.
There are
Okay.
3 on this street, but they are all closed, as every place on this street seems to be.
We should
But
get
when you
outta
get to the
here.
bus, you look around the corner and you can kind of see one just down the road. And you can quickly pick up some sandwiches. Does everybody want to tell me what their sandwich order is for character building purposes?
It's actually 2 sandwiches of different builds. One is like a meatball sub, the other is like whatever the house special is. A bag of chips, 2 cookies, and he's treating himself to a large soda as a treat.
Sure. It's
Because that was the tradition after he got a concussion, was his mom would go take him to the pediatrician, and then they'd go get a large soda afterwards.
okay. That's very cute.
Very cute.
If people don't want to describe their sandwich, you can tell me on a scale of duck being average, which is not accurate, where your sandwich order fits versus ducks.
Well,
There's just more or less.
I think Milo just picks a random sandwich off of it that looks good, so he ends up ordering like something called like the chicken ciccalini or something.
Mhm.
Juan is looking at you all like you're insane.
Yeah,
You're insane
like
people.
I am a
Teddy walks
growing
up and just
No,
beef dipped
not,
hot,
not for that. Not for that.
no
Juan
cheese.
goes up and he says,
No
I want the Italian beef, extra peppers, hot, please, wet. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I
like
Teddy
the idea
does the
that
same
Ronan-
thing but says
This is
dipped
an
instead of
Italian
hot.
beef
Or something
place.
Yeah, I got a meatball sub and whatever the house special is.
Milo
like-
is looking at you,
That's
holding a
crazy.
chicken parm and in an Italian, like a piece of Italian bread. Just like-
I'm gonna be honest
The,
with you. I don't even think that they're gonna sell that here.
Oh, they
I
do.
mean, there's some.
So here's what happens. Zeph, where do you sit on this?
I get a
weird-
regular hot
thing?
beef sandwich, extra cheese.
Great. Ron, Teddy, and Zeph, your sandwiches are really, really good. Like really competent, very, very nice, very well made. They're like with a drink and like sides and stuff, like $12 each. The other 2 pay like $30 for their sandwiches, and they're both like below average sandwiches. They're just like this place does sell them. That does not mean they're proficient in making them.
my assumption is that the house special sandwich would be the hot beef.
Yeah, that's true.
No, their house special sandwich is something that is just a cash grab. Like it's literally just like a $20 sandwich for no reason because
Got,
people
like, gold leaf.
would just be like, I want a hot beef. It's got like gold leaf on the outside of the bun.
Okay, then I will be editing my answer because I was working under different rules in my brain.
You're
A
in
meatball
sketchy
sub and a
neighborhood.
hot beef.
Okay, great. The meatball sub even not very good. Also, Teddy and Ron and Milo, can you make me perception or insight checks, whichever you prefer?
You included Teddy on that?
Yeah. I'm calling you the worldly trio in this situation.
Rolling below average today. Sorry, guys.
Wait, insight or perception?
Oh, I wanted on record that Duck
Either
did
or.
leave most of his stuff in a locker at the
I
Axe
guess it
Crawl
doesn't
game.
matter for me. So
Yeah, mostly. You don't even get to make the rolls out.
Oh.
You are not worldly enough to make this roll. Ron and Teddy don't really notice. Milo, there is a 0% chance that this is not a front for some kind of crime. Like
Nice.
how
Can I
pristine
tell
everything
what
looks. You want to try and work out what kind of crime?
kind? Yes.
Sure. You're like, we will say that you're fast. You get there first. You order first. And as you're like chomping on your chicken parm, which like again is very bad.
My assumption is a chicken parm. The only Italian thing they put it on is it's Italian bread, and they put hot peppers on it. And otherwise, it's just a chicken parm.
Yeah. But you do hear like the sound of some kind of movement in like a back room. That it looks like it would be a storage room, but like you can kind of hear the spatial stuff is a bit weird for there. And unbeknownst to the others, I'll just let you make a passive, like whatever your passive stealth is, which is definitely high enough. You like glance up over the window of that thing, and you just see like a bank of 50 TVs and a bunch of money just like lying around in what you can only assume is like some kind of bookies like establishment.
Oh, so they're like
But you
betting
do
on stuff?
see- Yeah, you do see that on some of those streams X-Crawl.
Can I see if any of them betted on us?
No, you'd have to like actively get like
Oh, okay.
book to know that. You just can tell that
Okay.
that's what the setup is.
Interesting.
It's where someone would go to put an illegal bet on X-Crawl outside the regulations of betting. That kind of thing. Well, like if you wanted to bet on X-Crawl, you would go and you could go and do it here.
Well, you could. I think Milo would sit there for a second, like, but you know, it's already almost. It'd be too late to put in a bet for anything.
That's true. But yeah, you're just like, this is the most obvious one. You actually can. I think we didn't care about your thieves' cant in this, but like there are even signs in thieves' cant around, like old school thieves' cant. And your dad, who has been remarkably quiet for a while, kind of from your shoulder, is also looking through the window and says, "Such uncouth ruffians should get in there and." In my day, we would teach those scallywags a lesson.
When was your day again? Like, you're not that old.
Oh, I just meant
Well, I mean,
when I was a hero, as opposed to whatever you call yourself.
alive.
I need you to roll a d4 psychic damage. For a little while, your father is not providing you with his 1 AC bonus.
Okay.
For a little bit, he doesn't care if you live or die. I'll let you know if that is relevant for your next crawl.
Okay.
He manifests all of his ghostly powers to like make a knocking sound on the wall near the doors that you're like lurking near to make you have to not be near that door anymore and maybe get you in trouble.
Scamper away.
Yes. All right. You head back to the stadium. You get back in time to see. You can sit in the stands for the last couple of crawls if you like.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
The only important one is that you get to see the Mountaineers making their way through, and they're pretty quick. They get bogged down a little bit in the kind of the same way that you did. They start off pretty strong, but they get like really caught up in the Pillarman room, where a lot of them are in the room at the same time that the pillars start to go off, and they haven't gotten them down, so they get like pelted with stones. And then the coal elementals make this whole thing. But Duck, would you like to make a grandstanding check for Grace?
Yes.
She has a plus. Give me a second to check her bonus.
15's still good.
She has a slightly higher bonus than you, so she has a +1. Yeah, so she gets a 16. So there's just a moment in like the coal elemental room, where they're bunched up similarly to how you were when the first one starts to implode, and she like catches the. She takes the full brunt of the first one, and then as another one lines up to try and explode them, she begins to hum, and as she hums, the resonance like disrupts the coal elemental in its moment, and the whole team kind of just moves to the side. And she does move, but you watch her as she moves to make it look like she got hit, so she can walk out of the coal, covered in soot, with her red hair flowing behind her with the magic of her music, like to just really.
Duck grabs a couple of photos.
She has a real like. She turns that moment into. It was already a win because she got everybody out of trouble, but she made like herself the center of that moment in a way that like, all of you are like, well, that's how you make those moments like yours, and the crowd goes wild. They do, like I said, they get bogged down a little bit with the Pillarmen, and their duck fight strategy is going really well because they have a wizard, so they have a blaster, but he gets like just beaked in the neck, and like there's blood gushing from his neck, and like he can't cast spells anymore that have verbal components, so they kind of get bogged down having to chop through the geese, the ducks, the swans, in a much slower way than you guys did. And they end up taking about like a minute 40, something around that area. So not that much slower than you. But they also kill less swans. And as they are finishing, you kind of get a chime on your thing that you're going to be needed in the green room for the presentation, the podium presentation at the end, because you are at least second, you are at least third, even if the last team does amazingly. So you'll all head back down there. But I will be right back, so talk amongst yourselves. Do some role-playing of your triumphant, knowing that you're going to be top 3 minimum.
Oh. Dude. Just like, what a great fucking game, man!
It's like we were a lot more synergistic that game, for sure.
Yeah, we did a lot better.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so fucking stoked. Look at these, and then like, got these badass photos of some of the other teams. I'm excited to like get to talk to them more. Man, I love X-Crawl. Fuck yeah.
Teddy gives like a thumbs up, but like Teddy's mouth is just full of Teddy. The moment we got the sandwich, was just digging in and went up and got a second hot beef. And so like Teddy will give you like a thumbs up as you're narrating and talking about like these things, but it's just like fully fixated on the meal.
I will say this is like an hour and a bit later. Like you're back in the stadium.
Sometimes you just got to get a hot beef to go.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they
then
have
he got a
hot
hot
beef
beef
at the
to go.
You can
stadium.
get them in the stadium, and they are
Yeah,
better.
it's Chicago.
They're actually better than. They're much more expensive, but they are
Yeah.
better. There's a hot beef
Get
guide.
hot beef to go.
Yeah.
So, you get back to the green room. You're pretty quickly ushered out to the awardsing. This is like a proper. They awarded like almost like an Olympic podium in front of the crowd, which is not how it's happened in any of your other crawls. And you get led to like a big holding area where they're going to like call each group out one by one. And there's a couple of minutes where your liaison's like, okay, we're just gonna get everything set up. We'll probably call the Mountaineers ended up coming third. So we'll call them the Mountaineers in about 10 minutes, and you guys a minute later, and then the Last Bastion. Well, you don't need to worry about that. But you have about 10 minutes where it's literally just the people from these three teams in this room.
Duck does run up to Grace and goes, "Hey, I know that they have like professional photographers, but I did get some like shitty phone photos of that like really cool moment that you had in the coal elemental room. I thought they were shadows, man. So it was weird hearing the announcers calling it coal."
She laughs and she like looks on the phone and like gives you a side hug. She's still covered in soot. Like they haven't had time to like clean up because they went very late. She goes, "Oh yeah, it was so good. I've been working on like trying to use those moments to get everybody to safety because like it used to be able to be just me and she like jerks her head at her brother who is now wearing. You could charitably call it a scarf, but it is just bandages that are wrapping up his like previously wounded neck. But yeah, we've been working with our coach to like try and expand our abilities in that way and stuff like that. But you guys did great. But you came, and she like looks and goes, "You came second, right?"
Yeah. And I feel really good about how we did. We actually also got a really awesome coach recently, who's also helping us scout like strategic crawls, like you were suggesting when we talked the other day. I mean, and we're second in terms of time, but damn, y'all like looked so cool.
Oh, thank you. It's like it's been a change. We used to like kill stuff for efficiency, and now we have to kill it for like entertainment. But we're getting
Yeah.
used to it.
It's like the balance of like what you're like trying to accomplish and what have you. That's why X Crawl I think is like so cool. It's what you make it.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you beat us by like 12 seconds and I think 5 swans. So like pretty good. You killed a lot of those things. I watched your
I
crawl
just-
like, after we came off.
Kept coming.
And as she
You
said
were-
she watched the crawl, like she looks down and like she's grabs your hand and is like looking at the missing finger.
Oh yeah. The room with like the guys in it, like really I think that was probably the roughest one for us. I also got concussed, but we got that fixed also. And I'm used to concussions.
She nods and says, yeah, when I watch your crawl, they like really they got some big hits on you, but like seemed like they were getting pretty lucky with their swings. It didn't look like you were making a lot of mistakes.
No,
while
the
this is
audience
happening-
really likes to see it.
Yes, the audience. The biggest cheer we got was when she jerks at her finger at her brother when she goes, he got his throat ripped out.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I didn't cheer. I gasped in shock.
She laughs and says, yeah, well, I mean, sometimes it's good that he gets to shut up a bit, and then she has like a huge wingspan. Like she's a tall Goliath, but like her arms are a little bit longer as well. She just like steps and like pokes him because he's like got his face in his spell book. He like looks up, his eyes wide. At the same time, Teddy, the people that you have started to get to know from the last Bastion are like waving at you and like beckoning you to come over.
Yeah, Teddy will like nudge the others, and I think Ron was the one that had met them before. Was like, hey, gonna go, and with kind of that like implied invitation, hustles over, like immediately high fives Squid.
Wow, even you. Yeah, he high fives you, and he's like, pretty good. Like, I mean, we were always gonna win, but like, you came second. Pretty good. Irene, the cleric tiefling, is like, has just made her way to be standing near you, and is like looking up at you with her Disney eyes.
Teddy resumes the flirt off instantly. Is just like immediately like gives like a momentary like consideration to the we were always gonna win. It says, yeah, I mean y'all are super professional, like very clean. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get there, but like not really where we're at right now. And then assuming there was a moment that the Disney Fairy Eyes character had like a really good moment, we'll like highlight that.
I mean, yeah, she definitely did. There was a bit where she like probably punched one of the pillarmen to dust in like that room. Definitely, you know now that she is a cleric monk. But she like looks up and goes, "You were hitting people like so hard. I didn't know. I like you were meant to be a tank, but you were like hitting everybody. Like it was pretty good, very impressive. You really knew how to wield your hammer."
Teddy,
You can
like
make an
there's this long
intelligence
moment
check
where you can see.
or an insight check.
Okay.
Actually, insight makes more sense.
I clicked it.
Your first instinct is that she was trying to be flirty, and then your second instinct was that she doesn't know that your very specific thing is a hammer. But like as you follow the two paths of those possibilities, you land on the fact that you do think she was trying to be flirty.
Cool. Yeah, Teddy is like, yeah, I put in a lot of work with my hammer. And then it's like looks at her and then says, but you're so good with your hands.
Just still like we're around, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt. I just want to be in earshot. I just want to hear this.
You have to be willfully trying to not listen to not hear this.
Milo, if is near Zeph or Ron, is just making like a like.
And it's definitely like an over the top sort of thing in response to her over the topness.
Yes. And she says, "Well, I have been told that I have a soft, calming touch," and she like winks at you, which really diminishes the bigness of her eyes and makes her slightly less like attractive. But as that is happening, the Grim like kind of nudges her, and then like nods to you, Teddy, and points at Milo and says, "Does your dwarf have a furball?"
Allergies. Allergies. Real bad in Chicago.
Teddy just grins at you, and it is like Teddy is for like a tank and for like the threat that they are usually pretty mellow, but that grin is absolutely a threat. Like Teddy
To
is plotting
who?
exactly. Oh, to Milo. Teddy is plotting
Okay.
how much more uncomfortable they can
Okay.
make Milo at that point.
The Grim nods and says, yes, I see. I thought verbal because I have similar problem with them. And from the darkness of this room, there's not a lot of darkness in the corners, but none of you had noticed this, like, it's like a panther but 50% bigger. It just like slinks out and like rubs itself against his legs for a moment. Looks up at you, Teddy, also with giant eyes. Make me an animal handling check.
Oof.
It looks at you, regards you, finds you wanting, and turns its back on you. And Grim says, Marigold also sometimes has furballs. That's why it was on my mind.
Gotcha.
Well, he does lick himself now and then, so.
From probably, Irene says, is that because you're very flexible or because you have a prehensile tongue?
Could be both.
They'll get a drink.
Make a charisma check. There's no drink scene here. Make a charisma check
Yeah.
of the lines that you like. I don't know whether you want it to be deception or you want to be persuasion. Depends. You can pick. Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Grandstanding.
Actually, That's-
Grandstanding. She's like, she finds it funny. She smiles at you. She gives you a wink. It is not enough to make her not continue her flirtatious game with Teddy, which maybe is good for Milo. But as this is kind of happening, the teams are kind of mingling. You hear the first, the doors kind of open, and there's a, let's hear it for the Mountaineers, and the Mountaineers are kind of let
Sure.
out.
As like
Thank
Duck
you,
Duck
Elias.
goes in for like a quick hug for Grace, like with Grace's, and like pats her on the back and goes, "Good luck."
She like she's walking out facing, like she's walking out backwards, kind of, she's not moonwalking, but she is so graceful that it kind of looks like she's dancing. And she says, "Oh, do you want to have dinner?"
Yeah, that would be great.
Great. We'll talk after. And she like spins. She's the last one out, and as she spins, she did have a hair tie in, but like the hair tie snaps from the spin, and like her hair flares out behind her. Then about a minute later, you guys are called out. Would anybody like to do some cool entrance to the podium maneuvers?
I have prestidigitation. Miss Sparks.
Okay, make me a grandstanding check with disadvantage.
Oh,
People
11.
are dramatically unimpressed by prestidigitation.
Hey,
From an
Milo,
expert.
can you throw the ball back and forth with me a little bit?
Sure. Milo will like try to get in whatever position Duck needs. Milo is also going to go out doing like either probably some combination of like backflips or handstands with acrobatics.
Sure, you can make an acrobatics check.
Almost good. Still an 11.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not the best.
Bruh. Too bad we don't have Mojo in the.
Ron and
Toast.
Teddy, are you doing anything to
Aggressively average backflips.
I will get to your backflips, don't worry. Ron and Teddy, are you doing anything to try and like hype the crowd up as you enter?
Ron's pretty spent, so he'll try to like look imposing and like hold his shield up and stuff, but he's not really like, he doesn't really have any like special things to do here, I don't think.
Well, you're not going to make yourself look bad by just holding up your shield, so I'm not going to get a roll from you, Teddy.
Sure. I guess. I guess Teddy will do like the hammer lift, but what it looks like he's just kind of like, repping the hammer for a moment, is going to try to kind of play off of like the sparks. I'm assuming that your sparks through prestidigitation were like your usual lightning color sparks, Zephyr.
Mhm.
I think in like this kind of like attempt to almost kind of draw attention away from Zephyr's kind of like sad little sparks response, Teddy will kind of bring their hammer out through that like the coating of sparks and like light it up right with the storm aura, which does mean that they spend their last rage of the day, but it's like for the like the hammer head to like light up and glimmer with electricity.
All right, you can make me a grand standing check. I like it. It's not that Zephyr's stuff looks bad. It's just that like people are unimpressed by prestidigitation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so it's like they channel through the sparks, like the sparks empower. They're trying to make it look like the sparks empower the hammer.
Yeah, it does improve Zeph's like response while also lowering the quality of your thing. So it brings Zeph up a bit, and brings yours down a little. Milo, you want to throw a ball back and forth with Duck. You want to throw a ball back and forth with Milo, who is
And then
currently...
the last what I want to do is I want to hit a ball into the crowd strategically for like a kid to catch.
Okay. Here's what I will offer you, because Milo is doing bad acrobatics. You can either what am I going to offer you? You can either roll a grandstanding check with disadvantage, but Milo will look very bad, or you can roll a grandstanding check with disadvantage twice, taking the lowest of the 4 rolls, and Milo will come out of it looking better than very bad.
I have something to add to this potentially.
Sure.
Because it's not an expenditure of resource really at this point. And I forgot if I had spell slots or not. Would it look better if the person doing backflips and attempting to catch this ball is a mirror disguised self-image of Duck? So it's 2 ducks playing catch with each other. What?
You can make an insight or an extra lore check, whichever you prefer of those.
The other idea I had was making it look like
Same.
Ron was the one doing backflips.
That's a hilarious fucking thought. That feels like the wrong journey.
It'll be weird. It'll be weird if you choose to not exist and instead there are 2 ducks.
Okay. Use the
As
stat
you
itself to
start
make it
back
slightly
flipping
taller than
out,
Milo.
Duck does slip you a baseball. He goes, "Throw this at me. Pitch it to me while you're doing backflips or not, however you need to make that work." And alas, alack, I am only going to be rolling twice. I am only taking one disadvantage.
Sure. You can add a D8 to it as well.
Oh,
It'd be
there you
funny
go.
if I could cast haste on on Milo right now, but I can't. I don't have any spell slot.
The 24 grandstanding.
There's just a moment, Milo, where you are like you're mid cartwheel thinking about the next front flip you're gonna do, when the ball like completely slips out of your hand and you go to grab it, but it changes the entire trajectory of your like cavorting. And you're suddenly like overextended in one direction to do the front flip. The ball like comes flinging out towards Duck, which kind of works out all right because Duck, you're very good at like seeing the ball in flight. But Milo, you just fully front flip but don't finish it, and like you land on your forehead. And unfortunately for you, it happens at the exact same moment that that there's a like guitar sounding sting of Grace who's pulled out her like electric lute to play like
Shit.
this massive like
You fucking crit
basically
fail
this
that, dude?
massive. It wasn't a crit fail, but Kristen chose for it to go worse for Milo. It's like a power chord that happens as Duck is hitting the ball to give Duck bardic inspiration. So it kind of also punctuates your falling on your face. The DC for doing a gymnast routine was higher than 11, is why you failed, and then Kristen made it slightly worse. But it does make Duck look incredible as you crack this ball directly into the crowd. To somehow you've picked out a little kid. He's maybe like 6. He's got a mop of blonde hair, and he's carrying he's wearing a baseball glove. You found a kid in the crowd that was also the baseball fan that was like here to see you, and he catches it with like just you've just hit it so perfectly that it would be almost impossible for him to not catch. And can I get you to roll me a D10?
Thank you for your sacrifice, Chris. I know you didn't have a choice.
Chris tried to do acrobatics on top of the thing that you wanted. That's the thing. Oh, that is a sad roll for what was going to be like full. That was the wrong person. Duck, you got fame, not Teddy. And then who rolled the worst on that thing? Zeph and Milo. Can you both roll me a D20? Yeah. Wow. You were essentially doing disadvantage for your temp fame gain, and you both rolled 17. So that's a lot of temporary fame. If I can find the thing, there it is. Edit. Much.
Yeah, could I Milo do one thing while face down on the ground?
Sure.
Because I feel like if there's a thing that Milo is somewhat used to doing, it's falling on his face in some fashion. So while being on the ground, doesn't have to be flashy. It's still a cantrip. It's fine. Would raise a hand and like kind of do like a snap, and there's like the 3 X's from like America's Got Talent above him that are all red.
That's very good. And I can't think of a way that your dad would ruin it. So yeah, just you can make me another grandstanding check. This is like to maybe regain some like points. People like the buffoonery. They've seen you be competent. They like the persona.
It's almost a 20, but very 20.
Yeah, so it kind of happens. The crowd is like gasping in awe of Duck's like strike, because it's like not a short distance to the crowd either. Like you are in a big space hitting a ball that probably needed to be a home run to like an exact child. It looks very impressive. And then as like that wears off, there's like the 3 X's along with the sound for it, and the crowd kind of starts laughing, but in like a laughing along with you way, not a laughing at Milo.
Mm.
You head up onto the podium. It's like a big, like a podium big enough for like teams of 6 that have like giants on them, and you're all pretty small. But you're handed a check for Did I tell you what the prize pool for this was? Oh, great. That means that I didn't write it yet. You are handed a check for $13,000, and you'll get some gold coupons, like $2,000 worth of gold coupons.
We pay back our medical expenses at least.
Just maybe not for Duck after you take out the sponsor part. Also, I would like everybody to roll a d20. Actually, let's do a d100. Let's treat it like a loot table for what you get for your life from various sponsors of this. All right, Teddy and Zeph. I need the d100 roll still.
Ooh.
Wow.
This is so sad because
Whoa.
low rolls are good for fame, but they're bad for loot tables.
Yeah.
I definitely hit
Wow,
it. Did it
this
show
is
up
a
on
weird.
Yelson, but not mine?
Yeah, it did. You got a 44.
What a weird little not spread we got.
Yeah, it was a weird, like, small area. I'll resolve them from the 2 up. You get an all expenses paid, and by that I mean they pay for the round of golf, but the round of golf for your whole team to play at a golf course near, it's actually closer to Curadale than it is to Chicago. So you can do that. Make a note of that somewhere if you want to play some golf. You get a soda stream. They're a sponsor. I will allow you to roll all the 40s into one thing, or I'll give you 3 separate things.
I prefer one thing. What? Whatever you want.
I'll go with one thing.
One thing.
Great. They wheel out like a Japanese. It's not Yamaha because that company doesn't exist, but it is a motorbike of that kind of style. So you guys can fight over who gets a motorbike. Probably not Duck, given all the concussions. But yeah, you get a soda stream, you get a golf course, and a full bike from the major sponsors of the Chicago Crawl. Then after your prizes are kind of wheeled out, you see the last bastion walk out. I'm gonna roll a generic grandstanding check for them. Doug, did you watch back their full crawl?
Yes.
They really, in that crawl, you can write down that in their notes that Grim is definitely a Beastmaster Ranger. But like he was the MVP of the crawl. He like killed the most things. He like did the most clutch like moments. And they kind of aim all of their grandstanding towards like hyping him up on the way out. Like they've picked him as like the MVP of their team. So the crowd like really gets hyped up on him, but the other 4 not so much. and they take the stage. You see, like, some of the prizes come out. They win a year's supply of hot beef from like a good hot beef place. They win like a 2-week cruise, that kind of thing, as the winners. And as quickly as the pageantry begins, it kind of fades away. And the lights come down on the area that you are. People start fading out. There's a live band playing somewhere where the lights have come back up, and you are left to your own devices. And this is where we'll take our break for the week. So you can decide kind of what you want to do with your time in Chicago, or if we want to skip forward. We'll be back in at 5 past the hour. Welcome back to the second half of this session of X-Crawl Infinite. You have just been awarded a bunch of prize money and a bunch of prizes. You kind of head back into the backstage area. We're going to abstract forward a little bit, but if people have things they want to do, let me know.
I did want to.
Those things.
I'll walk up to Milo at some point in the like after things and ask. So there's something that's been bugging me, I think, most of the day. Are those? He kind of gestures over at the winning team, whose name I'm forgetting. Did we say what it was again?
The Last Bastion.
The Last Bastion. Are they like sandbagging? Like, what's their deal? Is that like common in X-Crawl? Because he's been like so, and he'll explain like I've been going over it in my head, and it's like we did second best, and then they did 30 seconds faster than us, or he's like wrong about the math exactly, but you know, like 20 seconds faster than us. That's crazy, right? But we're both in the same division.
I guess could I make like an X-Crawl lore? Because like yeah, I'm trying to keep facts straight in my head. This is the same team that was like did very good in the other thing too, or a different one.
Which other thing?
The
Not
jailbreak?
the not the jailbreak. Park.
The one you did bad in?
Yes.
No, they came to watch you in that one.
Yeah, this is the first time we've competed against them.
Time off.
Which is
Gotcha,
why
gotcha.
Ron's
Yeah, you can
asking.
make an X-Crawl lore check.
B.
Maybe. You don't really know.
I'm not sure. I see what you mean though. That is a big jump. Like the Mountaineers, like Grace and them, they're like not bad at all. They're very good. And we only beat them by what was it, like 12 seconds? Something like that.
Yeah. And we like pushed hard.
And like this wasn't a puzzle thing, this was like our thing. We beat up stuff. So
I mean, maybe they're just better than us, but like, I was just curious.
well, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they are just better than us, but
Yeah,
I don't meant like
that is true.
you know, like some of these guys are coming down a level, kind of thing.
I wouldn't actually. I guess could I do like an insight, like a retro? Because just meeting them, being around them, seeing them at the podium thing. Is there like a way I could do like a team, or just like an insight check? I guess more so on like their vibe as a group.
Sure. Yes, you can do an insight check on their vibe. They don't seem. Do you want to get an insight check on their vibe in terms of what Ron was saying, or just their vibe in general?
I think Milo is more in like general.
Sure. They remind you, like, as you're thinking back on them, even the times when they're like on their downtime, they just remind you of like those people that probably Milo doesn't like very much that he's met in his life that are just like extremely professional, and they expect to win because not because they are like gaming the system, but because they put in the work to be in a position where they expect to win.
Yeah, I don't. Like you said, they are like better right now. I think they kind of just give, whenever someone is like really into a thing, but then past that, there's a level where like it's only the thing. That's all they are. Like that's their focus. That's the only thing that really matters. They kind of give me those vibes. Like they might just live and breathe this shit.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I guess I was curious because it's also like, I know that they recruited, whatever Thomas guy, that
Thomas
dude.
Mr. Five last names.
Yeah, whatever his name is. I know they recruited him, and so I was like, if they're like, quote unquote, professional enough to be recruiting players and like farming them, quote unquote, I was kind of curious what the deal was. Because again, I don't really know a lot about the sport. But I know some things about sports, I guess, in general.
Yeah. I don't think they're going out for like team lunches or ordering $500 of not that anyone should ever do that. That was a mistake. We're talking me and you, the rest of the team. That was a mistake. I regret that.
Okay.
I regret that deeply. That's going to follow me for a long time. But
yeah. That's fair.
I don't think they do that. I think these are like, I don't think they're really friends. Or I feel like they're teammates.
More
and
corporate.
like that is a hard cutoff. Yeah. That's a good word. Yeah, corporate. Ugh.
Right.
We're
behind this conversation that you two are having. In the distant background, we see like a blurred. We can see that team blurred in the background, and like they do seem very friendly with each other. Like there's a bit where like Grim is like pushing Irene around. So like they seem very friendly with each other, despite the way that Milo has decided to portray their team.
Milo's all in. Milo's like all in. Like, all these people fucking suck.
Yeah. Because I think the only interaction Ron has had was like overhearing the squid bit when Teddy was talking to them.
That's true. Duck, do you want to shall we see how Grace and Duck's dinner goes? Also, she is fine to invite the whole teams.
I'm happy to make this a Grace and Duck dinner.
Sure. Roll me a charisma check to see how your best friendship goes, just like the plain stat. Yeah, as always, you guys are like pretty in sync about stuff, and it's a very nice dinner. Did you have any questions in particular for her? She does not have anything in particular to say.
Nah, I think they're just chilling. If they talk about X-Crawl, once again, Duck will probably like bring up this idea of like, yeah, we didn't like win, but a crowd loves an underdog story. They like seeing you get knocked down and getting back up, and can like talk a little bit about that. But
yeah, she points out that underdogs rarely come from second place. More often, they'll come from third place. Try to paint herself and her team as the underdogs. We get a little bit of a montage of stuff as we go through the next few days. You returning the rings. Like with ducks, it's very normal. Duck, you just return the ring. Your finger grows back overnight. You return the ring. It's very Zeph, when we see you returning the ring, we get a shot over your shoulder of like the doctor in the room, like clearly breathing a heavy sigh of relief. Uh, um, we cut to Tuesday night when Milo, you're at the opening. Did you invite everyone to this opening? I feel like you did.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Milo would wait until like after the crawl to be like, I was gonna bring this up in case we lost or we won, but on Tuesday, all you can eat Thai food
Okay, sweet.
gives Ron a very like inside knowledge, reproachful 1,000-yard stare look.
Can you roll me a D100, please?
So go right. This is the thing that you talked to me about. Yeah. Awesome.
It is a very well attended thing, and they are all people that profess to be fans of the Horizon Seekers. So, like, by the time you get there, Milo, you get there. Like, there's been a soft open. There's like family and friends that have come in, and then you get there, and you're like the first table at the proper opening that's being done, and there's like 150 people kind of lined up to get into the restaurant, and then like another 50 people that are just there, like that you have to walk past who are like trying to get you to sign these things. Like, Duck, somebody thrusts a like foam baseball bat at you and is like, "Sign my bat, Duck! Sign my bat!"
Happily.
Everybody, roll me a d20 for a random fan that accosts you. Duck, that's your one. I'm not thinking about that.
Cool.
Yours is easy.
Hold on, my mouse is
Ooh.
just
Ooh.
kicked it.
Bring it home there, Teddy.
I'm doing my best. My mouse just died,
Just
so let's hope for the
going
best here.
down.
There we go. Alright.
Well,
Uh,
all
Good job, team.
I can't see it.
with a
9.
9.
Alright, cool.
Zephyr, there's just like a couple of college age kids who are like, "Can you sign this?" And it's like a picture of you that they've like got from one of the like promotional things for the recent role. Milo, there's a trio of like dwarf kids who are like playing with these fake pistols. And they like as you like walk past, they all like aim the pistols at you and go bang bang bang. They don't understand the concept of signing things.
Oh, so minor illusion will like finger pop back at them.
They all do very dramatic deaths. Ron, there's just a guy in the crowd that's like, "Hey, Ron!" And it's actually a guy that you used to work with. Like, he is a fan, but it's just a guy you used to work with.
Oh, hey,
Guy.
Bob.
And he like cheers, and then that's the entire interaction. Teddy, you get like a young elven ballerina who's like, "Can you sign the bottom of my shoes?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you head inside. The restaurant is thrilled with the amount of people that have shown up for this. And you are quickly ushered to like a center table, and they just bring you like everything on the menu, like if any drinks you want, stuff like that. They're getting a lot out of this, given that they're not paying an appearance fee to any of you.
Hmm. Excuse me.
But yeah, at the end of the night, we see you all on the bus heading back to Kiradale, and Milo, around your bunk, there's all these leftover Thai boxes that they gave you to take.
I assume we have a fridge on the bus.
Yeah, it hasn't been put in the fridge yet because of the visual being more funny, Maddie. Can't believe you've done this.
Milo would offer like, because like my brain is blanking. The driver for the bus, what was
Mira.
her name again? Mira. Would offer like food, but also be like, help. So much.
Mira's actually gluten free and therefore can eat basically nothing at a Thai restaurant. So, unfortunately, can't help you.
It's gonna kill me. We're gonna have more Thai food in the fridge.
That's why we hired a coach to help with all the food.
DR is actually
Milo-
got a real thing against
Yes,
Thai
one
people.
extra person.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you get through the food. It's fine. The week kind of goes on a bit. There's a couple of weeks before the next appropriate crawl that DR has like pointed out for you guys. But you're also very close to qualifying for the Seattle pin drop. So that's exciting. Does anybody have anything they want to do in this like couple of weeks of downtime that isn't just normal training?
That can it takes extra time to like research the crawls or the crawl that we're going into.
Sure.
So that we can do targeted training around that. In collaboration with Coach.
Let's roll her.
Ron
for this.
Ron falls back on his grandmother's training and goes and finds a waterfall.
Oh my god. What is this
Truly
coach?
the greatest coach that's ever happened for scouting. You got her for the fact that she can also be a scout, and she's just crits every time.
Fuck yeah.
We're probably going to abstract through the next crawl, like as a montage, but you will do well because the scouting helped. It's been about a week and a half. Zephyr, did you found a place and had moved in, right? There's a moving day montage.
Yes, and then I offered my second bedroom to Duck
To
so
Duck.
that Duck wouldn't be sleeping on the bus.
Yes.
Yes. And Duck did take you up on that offer, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Zeph, it's the day that Duck moves in, and therefore it's Duck and Duck's entire family is there to help Duck move in.
Mhm.
So there's like
Awesome.
20 people in your house.
That's fine.
Your
Make it
cat
work.
has vanished. Your cat
Yeah,
is like, nope.
she's in the deepest corner of my closet.
Yeah. And
Somehow made
Mia
it to the
is
top
sitting on your
shelf when there's
balcony.
no way to get up to the top shelf.
Mia's sitting on your balcony silently, and when you're out on the balcony, not so silently, judging Duck's family. But everybody's moving in. It's really good, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Was almost good.
You start to feel like a little warm. Not enough that you think much of it until you start to feel warmer and warmer, and it kind of feels a little bit like you're boiling from the inside out.
I don't like what's happening.
Duck, make a perception check with advantage for your entire family to notice a feverish woman just about to pass out in their midst. I will say you don't notice it before Zephyr does the next thing, depending on what that is.
If it helps, Aunt Tammy or my aunt's friend Tammy, who is Aunt Tammy, but not actually married to my aunt, is actually just her best friend, is a doctor and is also here.
That's good to know.
Can I just lesser restoration myself?
Yeah, you go to cast Lesser Restoration. As you expend the spell, what does your Lesser Restoration normally feel like? Because I feel like you've used it on yourself probably at some point to get rid of a hangover. Not that you get
I feel
drunk very
like
often, but
no. When I've used it other times too to end like blindness and stuff, I think on myself or
Yeah.
somebody else. Um, it's just kind of like the warmth from the sun, just like when it's a nice, not too hot day out, but it's just the right amount to keep you a little bit warmer. Um, just a little
so
pale yellow
so
glow in that touch.
you use it and you can feel the magic at your fingertips as the spell like flows through you towards that touch point. But it just won't pass your fingertips, and the spell fizzles as you feel your fingers get almost as if you've put them like onto a burning stove hot for an instant, and then it just goes back to like your whole body feeling very hot.
I don't feel so good. I don't know what.
Duck, your whole family as one turns as Zephyr passes out.
Oh shit. Okay, let's get moving, gang. And in coordination, um, Adler and not Aunt Tammy picks her up and gets her onto the couch.
We get
Just
it.
say Aunt Tammy, it's fine.
Aunt Tammy gets her onto the couch. Mother goes to the kitchen, starts fixing up a cup of tea. Little brother gets like a damp, cool rag for the forehead. Tammy is now calling the shots. Most everybody else leaves.
Sure. Just roll me a d20 plus, let's say 5 for your aunt's medical skill.
Crazy. I'm glad I seeded this to begin with.
Right?
She does the normal things. Zephyr is ice cold to the touch, and as like she's checking, like she checks the eyelids. Zephyr's eyelids flutter lightly, and light begins to pour out from her eyelids. And your aunt is very sure that this is not a mundane illness that she has any knowledge of. Zeph,
What do we do?
Roll me a d10, Zeph.
Okay. A 10.
All right. Zeph isn't going to wake up for 10 hours. By
Damn.
which point I think Mia has marshaled your family out of the apartment, other than you, because you live here now, and has been like calling around with the knowledge that this is not a mundane illness. Zeph.
Did she call my parents? Probably.
She probably calls one of your grandparents because, like, she's like, this might be to do with like the weird, like, magic that Zeph has.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just bypass the parents.
Yeah, because I don't have it. Yeah,
but
my grandparents.
You your eyes flutter open into a void of inky darkness. You see nothing for a moment before your eyes begin to adjust, and you see lightning cracking in the sky. Very deliberate forks, but going in every direction as if there's no sky itself to speak of. And the lightning that has always been what you like feel a kinship to feels dangerous and sharp and like it's coming for you in this dark dream realm.
I'm going to. I know it's a reaction spell, but I kind of just want to like try, essentially a shield spell. Try to protect myself
Sure.
from the lightning.
A fork like comes towards you as if it's going to hit you directly, and as you try and harness that lightning, the power of Zeus or Poseidon, whatever your family has always told you that that they believe in. As you try and harness that into a shield, you find again that the spell just will not pass through your body. It won't come from your blood, that sorcerer's blood, into the world. And this lightning strike, just you see it in slow motion. Everything slows down to the point that you're almost seeing like light move so slowly that it's becoming like almost painful. This lightning bolt that you know that you can't stop, and then suddenly a woman is standing in front of you, and she's dressed in silver armor, holding a spear. And the lightning that was coming towards you, instead, she snakes her spear around it and like throws it away. And time in this dream space, time begins to move normally as you look up to see her turn. Her features are very similar to yours. She has the dark hair, blue eyes, and very Cypriot kind of features, to the point that she reminds you a little bit of like your sister and your mother. She looks down at you with like a slightly... Make an insight check.
Oops. Oh god. Hold on, I logged out of
Zeph's insight so bad, Zeph has logged out of the ability to roll dice.
hit the back button on my mouse.
I do that. That's why it's good that it's not on a internet window for me. I thought that was going to be like an 18. She looks down at you with a face that's inscrutable to you, and she runs her tongue along her teeth. And then you notice that she's like maybe 8 feet tall, as like she has to lean down and kind of actually kneels in front of you to look at you in eye level. And she reaches out a hand that is huge until it touches you, and then it's like a normal human hand that feels comforting. And where it touches you, the heat that you're feeling dissipates, and she kind of tilts your head in either direction, looking back and forth, and she like clucks her tongue. And she says to you in a very like slow voice, "You wield the power wrong that is gifted to you." And it's like she's regarding you very much like a curiosity of like, how could this have come to be? She says, "There's simply only one way to deal with this." And as she says that, she stands up and begins to like retreat in this inky black void, the lightning now being drawn to her instead, as her metal armor absorbs it effortlessly. She hangs in the air in front of you like a graceful goddess, as it was. And as she extends her hand to you, she shifts, and you blink, and one moment she is a woman, and the next moment she is the enormity of the moon, as moonlight streams all over your body, healing whatever was happening to you. Duck, roll me a d20 so I know roughly where you are in Zeph's house. Or
I think he
apartment.
did. Tammy did give him a list of things to do, and he is
Yeah.
trying his best to keep mindful of. But this is a teenage boy.
Mm-hmm. you're kind of like Mia is sitting next to Zeph, like on a little seat, with her phone. She's just got off the phone with somebody, and you're like walking through that area, kind of doing stuff that you've been given to do, but also being a teenage boy. And both of you like snap your necks towards Zeph as she wakes up, eyes beaming moonlight. Like moonlight streaming from every orifice in Zeph's head.
Yo, Zeph, you like good? How you feeling, bud?
Am I conscious
Uh,
at this point or no?
No, you kind of like have sat up in that way that like a body just jerks up sometimes.
Uh-huh.
It's just like that, and then as the light begins to fade, but you feel like for a moment like the light is suffocating you until you choose to pull it back into you. And then as you do at the tail end of pulling it back into you, you hear like ducks. The tail end of a duck sentence.
You good?
What happened?
Dude, I'm so sorry if my family was like overwhelming. I thought, they can be a little bit. I mean, I think they're great, but I get that sometimes other people, like, they can be a bit much if you're not used to them, So we tried to, like, make sure that you were, like, comfortable. But, dude, how are you feeling? Do you need anything? And then he, like, looks over at Maya.
Mia,
Mia.
Mia.
how dare you? Mia is like staring at Zepho. And
Mia.
had just gotten through to probably be on a call with one of your parents. And it's just like, I'm gonna call you back, and like hangs up and says,
How long was I out for?
Like-
It's dark.
10 hours.
Oh shit.
And then you woke back up, but you were like screaming light. Is that a thing that's normal? Do you do that a lot?
No. No.
Is it like sleepwalking? Do I have to check with she like shudders Elliot to make sure you don't
No.
normally do this?
Oh fuck Elliot. No. No. Well, I guess before I passed out, I felt like I was like like burning almost on the inside, or like, and then I guess I passed out, and then I saw this woman in shining silver armor turn into the moon. And then I guess I woke up streaming light from my face.
Yeah, that's a good. That's what I saw happen.
Mia nods, like somehow agreeing with you is going to help anything. And mechanically, you have a if you roll a 1 or a 2, every time you cast a spell, you have to roll a 1 or a 2, and it will fail. A d20, and it will fail on a 1 or a 2 until you get this resolved.
Okay. She said I was wielding my power wrong, but I don't know I don't know what that means.
I mean, when you were in wizard school, like, what sort of did you forget how to do your sums?
Mia scoffs.
I
at
didn't go to
school.
wizard school. I'm a sorcerer. It's all in my bloodline, which I thought was mostly Zeus and a little bit of Poseidon. But now, I don't know who that woman was, but maybe that's not where my power is from.
Do we need an exorcism? I think maybe I'm gonna go finish unpacking my stuff and like let you figure this
You're
out.
fine. I feel
I don't think
okay.
I'm helpful in
I
this
feel okay.
situation.
Yeah, you unpack. That's okay. Mia, can we look up some of the temples in town that aren't Zeus or Poseidon?
Sure. Yes. Mia comes and sits next to you and goes, "Oh, wait, 1 second," and then goes to her purse and pulls out some sunglasses and sits there, puts them on. It's like, just in case. Uh, but yes, you look up some of the temples. There are temples to all of the gods and monsters of the Olympian. She like looks at you and goes, "Do you have any like particular instinct towards something?"
I mean, it was a woman who turned into the moon. So, if there's one that is in that realm, that's probably a good place to start.
She gets a sheet and is like crossing off things. She's like, "Well, it's not this." Was she very pretty?
I think so. I was also, trying to not get struck by lightning. So, yeah.
Okay. Did she seem wise?
Maybe I don't know about that as much.
Was she beckoning you towards the doom?
No, mostly she just seemed curious, like I was like curious to her because yeah, I don't and just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, here's a list, and she like presents you a list of the possible like people that it could be,
Mhm.
which includes. Let me give you the list from what you have been able to tell her. It could be Aphrodite. It could be Artemis. It could be Athena. Uh, it could be Demeter. It could be Hera. It could be a siren. It could be Echidna. It could theoretically be any of the male gods, but that would
Mhm.
be weird. Uh, Jesus, without being able to narrow it down, like these are the ones who normally appear as women.
I mean, I guess she had a spear and a shield. Does that help at all? Does that narrow out, does that cut out some people who don't normally use those weapons?
Uh,
I don't know if that was just
maybe,
for this particular case though.
maybe you should go to the temples and see if you feel any strong pull towards one of them.
Yeah, guess I could do that tomorrow. And maybe
Maybe
I'll
some
need to
of your
have a
team
talk with my
know about
grandparents.
maybe that too. Oh, I called them because it seemed magicy. Well, that's what Duck's. Duck has an aunt that they refer to interchangeably as aunt and friend of my aunt.
Weird, but okay.
Anyway, she's a doctor and she said it wasn't medical, so I did call your grandmother to
Okay.
see if there was a magicy thing, and she didn't know.
Yeah, her and my grandpa had they had sorceress powers, but I know that they were pretty minor. Just
Mm.
a little bit of things here and there. I think it was more like my great grandparents that were stronger sorcerers on my
Well,
mom's side.
I would go see the temples. It seems likely that if you're dreaming of gods while having feverish episodes, that's the place to go.
Yeah, okay. I will do that. Thank you again also
I
for staying here for so long. I'm sorry I was passed out for 10 hours. Ugh. Get up,
she looks
sits
at
up
you
more,
like it's
cracks her
crazy that
back.
you. She looks at you like it's crazy that you would have to thank her for sitting with you while you were passed out from having an episode. He goes, "It's all right. I was getting to know Duck." I have a new plan. I'm going to find him a person to date.
Good luck with that. Thank you for not doing that with
Uh.
me right now. Bestie.
She thinks about it for a moment and goes, "You mean right now after you've had a visitation from a god?"
No, I meant in general.
Oh, you can make your own bad decisions. If history
Yeah.
is anything to go on.
You are correct and allowed to say that. As my best friend.
And I was right when you were dating him. So keep that in mind.
Yes.
Who are you going to ask, if anyone, about going to the thing with you? And how?
I would ask Ron, since Ron is a paladin. Kind of get his advice. I mean, I'd probably text in the whole group chat and just summarize what happened, and then be like, "I'm gonna do a tour of the temples in town tomorrow. If anyone would like to come, please feel free to do so. I'm starting at Aphrodite at 9 a.m. or something along those lines."
Stuck in the group chat text, and nobody gets why. Get better soon.
So it's just you just say that you're gonna go on a world's tour, or do you explain that you
Oh no, I
been
say
passed out for 11 hours?
I say, "Hey, I just got visited by a god that was not Zeus or Poseidon, but who I think is actually where my powers are from?" Question mark. So, with that many O's, I'm gonna do a deity temple tour tomorrow to try and get an inkling of vibes, I guess? Question mark. Starting at 9 at Aphrodite's temple. Come along if you want. Don't have to though.
Teddy sends a thumbs up, and will be present on the next morning.
I almost want that to actually
Before-
have been a voice message versus a text message, actually.
Before this gets sent, and before like the time period of Zeph being passed out, the group chat has been blasted with like a bunch of like photos and selfies of like Duck's family getting moved in, like with Zeph being there. It's all very cheesy.
And then suddenly,
Yeah.
oh shit, wait.
Suddenly, radio
Yeah.
silence.
Then silence, and then Zeph like, "I have to visit every temple."
Hey.
Yep. I think Milo would send messages like, "Doesn't sound like Dionysus,"
No. Definitely not.
and, even though it wasn't even implied, and then would just probably something along the lines of like, "Not exactly the crawl I'm used to doing, but if you want people to be there," and thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh, Duck also did separately
Ron-
text Coach and go, hey, did not spill any of Zeph's details here, but did go after she passed out, "Hey, Zeph might be sick and we're figuring it out right now."
Coach
Sure.
gets a separate message from Milo that says, "I think I may have gotten Duck and Zeph poisoned at a clinic in Chicago."
We see Diara, who is like in All the President's Men style research mode of like, gotta learn about this new crawl. Gotta learn about this new crawl. Looking through every crawl ever done. Ron, are you also gonna go temple hopping?
Ron like sees the message and then like looks around and just like takes a selfie. He's like at a waterfall.
Okay.
What?
Famous Kiriday waterfall.
What?
He said he was gonna learn from his his grandmother's style.
Like, all right,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
Ron's
that's
out.
right.
Ron's out. He's like,
He's doing elf shit.
yeah.
Yeah, Duck
He's
didn't
done.
say that. Just
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's above table shit.
Oh shit.
Ron, Ron, if you are basically going to do like a week of elf waterfall training, which is fine, I will give you a buff for doing that.
Yes.
But it okay. You can re-roll your hit point pool and take the higher. Not that you ever really
Full
take any
pool?
damage anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so re-roll as if you were starting at level 5 and take the higher, which you've rolled pretty high for hit points, so
Yeah.
it might not be good, but meanwhile, the quartet, as it were. Actually, this is very important. Milo, do you go to the Temple of Dionysus first?
Yeah, Milo would.
So you walk into the Temple of Dionysus, which does it has a person outside with a cocktail menu who is trying to get people to come inside. It is like 8 a.m. So he's like, oh, you want a drink? Come in, come in. And when he sees you, you've probably been to the Dionysus thing
Mhm.
before. Yeah, you got 1 point increase.
One more. One more.
You lived something on 1 point next.
Actually,
to
I had rolled really good. I didn't do that math till just now.
You head in. The priest of Dionysus, who, for all of the movie aficionados, looks like the dude. Is like,
Checks out.
what can I help you with this morning?
Not much. I'm gonna be going around different temples with my friend later. Felt kind of weird if I didn't come here first, considering it's kind of my dude. Points at a statue.
Oh, a temple crawl. We love those. And he like points at an acolyte, and like the acolyte looks at him. They share like a moment of something, and the acolyte like rushes off and comes back about 30 seconds later with a small like keg for you, and says, well, Dionysus loves all worship, but we tend to prefer to do it while still worshipping Dionysus directly. So if you want to take this, every time you get to a new temple, you drain it, and it will refill when you leave the temple.
Dear Milo.
Yeah. I thought they could come up with a punch card.
Miles is not Miles. Different person. Milo is very excited.
Already so drunk he's forgotten his own name.
Yes.
Uh,
Hasn't
it's
had
also-
anything yet to drink.
it does
9 a.m.
the alcohol that it is changes based on which temples you go to. So you get a
Ooh.
wide variety of alcohol. But Teddy, do you want to draw a card for today?
I think actually
No.
because of that, like Teddy actually shows up and is kind of hanging outside of the temple a few minutes before 9, kind of flipping through their cards.
Mhm.
And kind of like sorting them into like groups. It's kind of like a who have I worshipped before, who have I not worshipped before. And I think they're gonna wait to bring that card out, but keep the cards in their hand like the whole time as they're visiting these different temples.
Sure.
Kind of let the situation choose it. And also we'll kind of show them to Zephyr as they all gather up, and their little notebook where they've kept kind of stilted records of like what they have worshipped before and what that experience was like and what they learned about the god while doing it. It's like kind of cool. Haven't ever had a reason to like go to a bunch of temples at once. Usually I kind of just do, you know, whoever the god of the week is, so to speak. But thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. Of course, it's Yeah, I think I've really only ever gone to the Zeus and Poseidon temples in town, so this will just be kind of a learning experience. Well, in general.
Yeah, and you know,
You
like you meet people at different temples. Like different followers are very like there are some things where you're like, ah, yeah, I expected that. Uh, and then there are other people that you meet and really didn't see them as a cleric of that god.
uh, all right, the four of you have gathered outside. It's quite a nondescript building, the Aphrodite Temple. There's like a man sitting on a quite comfortable looking stool at the front of it, and it's just a pair of like wooden doors into a nondescript building. There is like I was going to say a bust of Aphrodite, but that it is that, and it's very busty. So it's like sits above the door, but there's nothing else that says
Bust
anything
of
about that.
Aphrodite.
Yeah, and as the four of you approach, the man kind of looks over you and like points at Duck and says, "Do you have some ID?"
Yeah. And Duck, this is very important to me. Duck is from the equivalent of a lapsed Catholic family, but does have church clothes and remembers like what his grandmother would make him like get dressed up in as a kid. So he has pulled out like a svelte pink striped polo, is wearing khaki pants, matching brown belt and shoes. Everything just looks a little bit stiff though, and the wallet he pulls out for his ID is not his normal beat up battered wallet, but he has gotten one that matches the leather of the belt and the shoes. Because it's what his grandmother would have dressed him in as a kid, except the grown up version. He actually went out and bought the polo this morning before everyone woke up.
And your lapsed but worshipped Hermes, your family,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. Okay, great. But yes, he asks you specifically for ID, and then probably looks over and like gestures to Milo as well and says, "And you."
Milo, who's literally carrying a keg from the temple of Dionysus.
Carrying a keg.
It's it's the Dionysus keg. They give them to children. Like
next to
he-
very well
he checks
dressed.
both.
Duck. I think Miles is
Yes.
wearing like a tank top and like khaki shorts.
He checks both IDs and then like opens the door for you and you head in. It's very dark initially, kind of like almost a confessional alcove type of darkness. But in the background, you can kind of hear tinkling piano music that begins to like have more of a beat to it. And as you step through the secondary set of doors, you see like a bunch of pole dancers of all genders on one side, who are stunningly attractive.
I'm gonna go wait outside.
You head outside the you head outside.
Duck IDs Duck IDs
guy
himself.
genuinely just like chuckles as you head past. But the three of you continue onwards. There's people in here that are just like hanging out. But you can see that there's also like people that are clearly very poor that are getting served breakfast this early in the morning, things like that. And as you kind of walk, you have to walk down the middle where like the pole dancers are on one side and there's all of the people that are sitting like kind of in pews on the other. There is a very not particularly tall but very curvy looking woman at the altar of this temple. And she turns around, hearing you coming from the footfalls, and says, the back of her outfit was very demure and the front is very sheer. And she says, "Oh, welcome to the House of Beauty.
Thank you.
Are you worshippers?" And she kind of glances at Milo's keg and says, "I can see one of you is a worshipper of our brother."
I'm actually on a little bit of a personal journey to try and figure out my deity.
Well, if you're interested in becoming an acolyte, we don't. I mean, there's some training involved. You have to be able to dance, but we can house you for that if that's what you're interested in.
I guess it's more like I had a vision of my deity who gives me my powers, but it was unclear who she was. So I'm just kind of making,
Oh, you're
yeah,
like a one who carries the blood of a god. Okay, that's easier.
yeah. I'm
Uh,
sorcerer. Yeah, 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 yeah.
you said you had a visitation from a god?
Yes,
Did they, she, or he kiss you?
she did not. No.
It was not Aphrodite.
Oh, simple.
Teddy chuckles. Like, yeah, that tracks.
Well, most of the time, visitation from Aphrodite begins with you being brought to her realm via a kiss. So,
No, I woke up in darkness, and then there was lightning, and then this lady in shining silver armor um came to protect me.
that doesn't sound like Aphrodite. The protection part, yes. The armor part,
That's
less.
why I came. I don't know, but
Mm. Well, um, can you remember anything else about the?
she turned into the moon after she talked to me.
Uh, Interesting.
My next step was Artemis, but or next stop.
Yes. Well, perhaps I know more. It could be equally that you carry the blood of the siren. That would also
Hmm.
often be moon adjacent.
Right. Well, thank you for
Uh,
the clarity.
of course.
What's
Yeah.
what's the traditional offering for a visitor here?
Uh, it's a tithe in the form of dollar notes.
Teddy will go drop a money in the
Now
expected
I've got to take up the
repository.
offering and all the much more difficult gods. That's outrageous.
Zephyr
Yeah.
will do so as well.
Sure.
I will take a drink.
By take a drink, do you mean chug the keg of the Dionysus alcohol?
Yes.
The first one was beer because like they keep it light.
Yeah.
But as you head out, it will change to like a Moscato, a very like light, sweet, carbonated wine. The way that you're doing this is alphabetical, which makes sense, but is also not an efficient way to do these temples. You're like going back and forth across the temple district to all these different places. And you get to the temple of Artemis about 15 minutes later. Duck, they collect you from outside.
Did it work? Did you figure out what you needed to figure out?
It's not Aphrodite. She would have kissed me.
Okay. Cool.
So that didn't happen. So
His
next
voice
step was
breaks
Artemis.
just a little bit.
Are you good, Duck?
You good? You good there?
Yep, let's go.
We don't need to unpack that.
You head to the Temple of Artemis. You do pass by other temples on the way, but I assume that you're not going into any outside.
Occasionally, Teddy will like point out a particular temple and like comment on like the welcome that they've received there, like or like the style of people that you see in that place.
It's
You go ahead.
I know I was gonna small talk with Teddy for a bit, but we are on a mission.
You head to the Artemis temple. It's very different in that it's like it's not an enclosed building so much as like a garden with like tall iron wrought fences, almost closer to a zoo than a garden, as you can kind of hear animals and roaming the outside of the temple fences is a pair of tall, like almost Amazonian built women on horseback. But they don't stop general people walking in, and you just head through. Inside the gates, there's people tending to like injured animals. There's some acolytes who seem to be mixing up poultices and things like that. In the back, you can kind of hear the twanging of bows and archery practice being done by acolytes. But there's also a line of people that are here for like veterinary services and things like that. And you don't seem to see someone that's obviously the head priest of this temple.
This one's like pretty cool.
Can I just go to maybe where they have like a statue of Artemis or something then and just do a little probably whatever the tithe is, do the tithe and try to kind of reach out or whatever?
Yes. I'm going to
Way that I would
assume
think of
that you
doing that.
you didn't like pre-bring the tithes for all of these places because that's difficult. So like on the way in, you spend like a couple of dollars to buy some like
Yeah. Yeah.
steel-headed arrows that you like deposit into a quiver in front of the statue. There doesn't seem to be an immediate reaction to you doing that. But quite small, older woman walks over and says, "Are you devotees of Our Lady of the Hunt?"
Maybe. I actually have received a vision from a goddess who did not name herself in said vision. So I'm trying to figure out who she is so I know more about where my sorceress powers come from.
What other imagery existed in the visitation?
I will relay the woman in silver armor, spear and shield, turn into the moon.
Well, spear and shield would be unusual for Our Lady, but the moon is
Yes.
tied to her. It could have been
Yeah.
Artemis.
Yeah. The moon is why I initially thought Artemis as well, but yeah, spear and shield was definitely. I know she is the goddess of the hunt, which isn't bow, which is why I would be confused if it was her.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's helpful, but she also, when she had the vision, open like moonlight poured out of all of her orifices.
Oh, I guess my face beamed light while I was in this vision. I was obviously unconscious.
It could be Artemis. You said you gain powers from divine blood?
Yes. For generations, I've been told that it's been from Zeus or Poseidon, but now I'm obviously that's not true.
Those
For
two
me, at
are the
least.
ones that get around the most. So
Yeah.
it would make sense. I don't know. We don't have many sorcerers of Artemis. If you come back this evening, we could attempt some kind of ritual to see if it will manifest some kind of answer. But it would need to be done under moonlight, particularly as that seems to be your affinity.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of doing I have a few more temples to go ask questions at, but if none of them come back with anything that's more concrete, I will definitely come back this evening to do potentially a ritual to try to figure out if it is Artemis
Okay.
masquerading a little bit.
She nods and says, well, I will await you if that is what you need. And she like puts a gnarled hand on your arm gently and says, but I hope you find whichever god has seeded their magic within you. She like thinks about it and goes, I wish I'd phrased that differently.
All right. Thank you so much.
She smiles. She feels very like warm and like maternal. Chris, your alcohol turns into like a mead. A very like honeyed mead.
Nice.
You go to the Athena one. I'm going to assume you're doing this alphabetically of the list that you have.
Yeah, I would do Athena, but I'm like, I don't think it's Athena because she's not really the moon. She just does the spear and shield. I'll go.
You do go into Athena's temple, which is one of the bigger temples. The whole first entryway is like a bunch of chess tables where people are playing chess, and then there are other like abstract board games that you've never even begin to think about being played on the other side. And there is a statue to Athena. She does look the statue does look somewhat similar. The Artemis statue is very like it didn't really have facial features on it, whereas the Athena one does. And she does look a little bit similar, but her armor is heavier than the armor being worn in the other one. And after you speak to the acolytes and priests of Athena, it becomes pretty clear that like the imagery doesn't really fit for her. The offering for Athena is like essentially if you want to offer something, you offer a day of service to the community. So they don't really take small offerings. And you get your keg filled with like a very deep red wine.
Okay. Do I need to make any type of checks for drinking this much?
You will. There will be an outcome to your drinking.
Okay.
No amount of checks will save you from the consequence. Sure, Duck. You go to do your offering to Athena, and there's like a local baseball team that like needs a coach. And in the background of this, whatever happens from now on, you're also coaching a bunch of Sandlot kids. So keep in mind that is also real now.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Coach Duck, Coach Duck, Coach Duck. Really getting into the Mighty Ducks of it all.
Yep.
Yeah. You head to the next temple, which is the temple of Demeter, if I have not forgotten someone. That's like basically this one is one of the few ones that you've probably all been in, because it is in Kiradale, like a giant open squared like farmers market. They don't take like offerings from individual people. They just take like a percentage of sales from all the farmers. And it's very clear that that one also is not. None of the imagery of Demeter works for what you saw.
Yeah.
So you quickly cross that one off the list. You get a very like fruity, like strawberry liqueur that feels really strong as you drink it, Milo. You're not feeling any effects of alcohol yet, which could be something to do with the keg. Who knows? You go searching for the to Hera, and takes ages to find it. And when you find it, it's just like locked up. Like, and there's a like small plaque that's been affixed to the door that says currently without. It says currently without priest. Please attend the temple in Chicago. So if you want to go see a Hera temple, you have to go to Chicago. Are you checking the monstrous, like, to see if there's monstrous temples for Siren and Echidna? There definitely will be one for Echidna.
I would check Echidna and Siren.
You get to the Echidna temple, and there's a lot of like monstrous races there. Anybody can make me a religion check on the way into the Echidna temple.
Oh. Ooh.
Hey,
Yay,
sense.
Teddy.
Teddy, who is the most knowledgeable about religion, Echidna is often considered like, if you were a race that is considered somewhat monstrous and you wanted a compassionate god to follow, you would follow Echidna. And if you wanted a non-compassionate god to follow, you'd follow Typhon. So when you get inside, there's a lot of there's a few goblins, there's a kobold like sweeping the floor. There's a minotaur carrying some books around. And like that kind of thing. There's also some humans in here because the kid is not like, it's not a bad god to follow. As you enter Zeph, you feel like it's not uneasy, but it's that somewhere along the line, the blood that you carry feels somewhat at odds with this. So you think very quickly that this is not it.
This is not it.
This is the only one that you've kind of felt that, and it does lead you to think more that maybe the goddess of the hunt, like, is the correct religion for you.
So I think I will still go check out the Siren just to be safe, just to cover all my bases here. But then I will go back, unless the Siren
Sure.
gives me any other indication. I will go back to the Artemis temple that night.
The temple to the Siren is incredibly small. It's a really tiny little, like, almost like a hole in the wall kind of storefront, where there's a woman sitting who also looks a little pale blue. Duck, you notice. Zeph, you didn't notice it. The doctor did. And she looks up from a magazine she's reading as you kind of approach the counter, and she's like, "Ah, are you interested in our lady, the Siren?"
Potentially, and I'll just kind of go into the spiel I've given everybody else about vision and description of said vision and the deity present.
She goes, "Oh, give me a moment," and she like ducks behind a little. You all right, Elfie? She ducks behind a little like screen, and you hear her rummaging through something, and she pulls out. She comes back with like a almost like a poster of thing. It says, "Did she look like this?" And she shows you a picture of the woman in your vision.
Yes, actually, exactly like that.
Oh, this is one of the forms that the siren takes.
And she can turn into the moon as well.
Well, anything that is godlike can turn into anything.
True.
She says, make me an intelligence check."
Oh, it's a 10.
She says, if you want to come inside, there's not enough room for really all of your companions, but if you want to come inside, I can show you some things of the siren and see if it's literally a hole in the wall. Like,
Yeah.
there's simply not room.
Yeah, I'll go inside.
She says, all right, she goes, she like looks at the three of you and like the fact that she's going to be walking away from the window, and she says, "Can you just tell anybody if they come that I'm not in? Otherwise, I have to close the thing."
Teddy will give a thumbs up. Uh, is this one that I can do a religion check on too?
The siren, yes.
Yeah.
The siren is like a pretty minor godling. Like it can be worshipped. She most often appears as a woman. She is tied to the sea, so therefore moon iconography does exist within the type of sirens things. Even with a 16, you don't know a huge amount about the siren because it is one of the much lesser ones, and I don't think it's one that you've drawn and then like researched so far.
The woman given like off vibes. She seemed like
You can make an insight check.
no.
She seems fine. She seems eager to help. Zeph, she like comes, she opens a door. She's like gotta walk a bit, come round, open a door, lead you back into like the back room. And she says, "So you think you might be blessed by the siren?"
I think so. In bloodline, at least.
It's definitely possible. The sirens were renowned for leading sailors into bliss, particularly if your people come from somewhere oceany.
Yes, my family is originally just a few generations back from Cyprus. So, yeah.
She nods and says, I see. Well," and she kind of like rummages around in a thing. Goes, I can provide you some literature. Did you need something more immediate than that, given your visitation?"
I think literature would be fine for today. Then maybe if I have another vision, I'll come back and we can discuss other things at that time. Oh, this is all very overwhelming.
"Oh, of course." She like finds a thin book. It's like bound in leather and it has gold leaf and everything. And got emblazoned on the cover like Tales of the Sirens. She says, "Oh, would you be interested in making an offering?"
Oh yes, absolutely.
She nods and will begin a spiel of like, well, we really just want to get the word out of the Sirens. So if you were interested, you could like make an offering by buying some of our books and redistributing them.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, excellent. Because they're religious, obviously, there's some legality on it. I need you to sign like a thing that you're allowed to, and that you haven't tampered with the books and things. Make me an intelligence check, as she's giving you like a thing to sign. You can have advantage. Oh, you don't need it. It's definitely a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. I love how Chris had that ahead of you saying it, Jack.
It was obviously a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Why don't I just Can I just borrow the book on the sirens for now, and then I think I need to have like 24 hours to try to do another communion.
Oh, sure, of course.
See? If that's
She
all
just
right.
hands you the book, like she's not that bothered about you taking the book.
Okay. But you've been very helpful today. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. And she like leads you back out and closes the door behind you, and then returns to the cut out in the wall that she normally resides in. Just to the other three, can I help you with anything?
Just
Nah, I'm
I'm
good.
touring along with.
Oh yeah, what's the keg taste like here? Anything?
It's like rum mixed with
Tequila.
salt water.
Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not very
When
good.
when you make a yucky face, Duck turns to you and goes, "Can I try?"
Yeah. Gives you a little. You can taste the brine.
Oh, that is, dude, that's foul.
Doug, you are immediately like one shot away from blackout drunk. You are
Oh,
breathing.
man.
Uh,
Dude.
you drank
11 in the
from
morning.
an artifact of Dionysus. You are extremely drunk.
Oh man, I probably
Oh.
didn't know any more samples of you. You know, I'm
Oh,
not
What?
feeling great.
Was that his first drink? Like, has he?
Wait, have
No,
you
he's
drank
drank
anything
Does
before.
before?
anybody, does anybody have any bread? Do we got
Okay,
bread?
let's
Oh,
go to
The siren says, "I have some bread if you're interested in some bread."
Yeah. Can I get some of that bread?
Some
Sure.
of that
She just hands you like a bread roll that she had like somewhere in a reachable vicinity.
Oh, you're so real for that, dude. I eat the
Okay.
bread.
We just gave a Catholic
Oh,
kid
it's
his
bread.
first like hard shot, and all he has to eat with it is communion wafers.
Yeah.
It's nicer
Yep.
bread than communion wafers. The siren's body was robust.
Where are we at in relation to the
Dude.
Gardens grab and go restaurant?
Dude, I need some
Oh,
electric.
yeah, pretty close. Like you can roll through your families. Like
Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll grab
pick the restaurant.
some carb heavy food for Duck.
You got that Powerade you soda streamed the other day? You still got that?
Yeah, dude, I always fucking have Powerade on me, man. Oh
Okay.
shit, that's hardcore. I'm never drinking from that again, dude.
Teddy like takes a snapshot and sends it on not the full chat, but just a chat to Ron, and is like, So drinking from the keg of Dionysus didn't go super well for Duck, but somehow Milo has had it at every temple and has been fine. Like it's like a little animated clip to show like Duck's like reeling back and forth.
Andrew, in case you missed that, Ron, you got a message that was just a little video of Duck being drunk off Dionysus keg wine.
Yeah.
Good.
From Teddy. But yes, your temple crawl is over. Milo, you can continue going down the temples if you like. But those were the ones.
Yeah, it's like
you
noon.
needed
We
to
went
do.
to 6, so
Oh, it's a bit later than
Yeah.
noon because you went in the like most awkward direction possible.
oh, that's true.
You
Yeah, it
went
took longer.
alphabetically,
Yeah.
so it's like probably
So-
2 p.m.
Sorry, this is for me. The answer was probably Artemis. Is that what we went with?
Artemis or the Siren, and I have to go. I'm going to
Who
go home. and
seemed
do
like a
some
liar.
communing. Yeah.
Look, just because the siren
Yeah.
seemed like a liar doesn't mean that the siren isn't the blood that Zeph has. That
Mm.
two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
There.
Sirens can also change what they emulate things.
Duck, can you
Others.
make
At the
me a
end of the series.
concentration save? But yes, Teddy, go ahead.
Oh, at the end of the series, that's when Teddy will draw, just in case like all of the visitation
Great.
inspired anything.
Okay,
Wow.
great. Yeah, roll me a d26.
A D26?
Yeah, that's the amount of. Not for Duck. Duck didn't need
Oh.
to roll a d26.
Well, I got a 14. That's how
Do I
many
need to
times
roll
he
a
throws
D26?
up.
You start imagining a Pegasus duck. We'll get to what happens to Duck. 8.
Mhm.
Teddy, you draw the card of Hephaestus, and it does really feel like not meaning anything.
Teddy shrugs, and if Hephaestus is
Go
on the
on,
way
Winnie,
back to
you-
where we're running up, we'll make a stop and do the appropriate offering. But it's like, well, sometimes there's moments of they
What
talk
if you
to you,
drawn
but
the
most of the
siren?
time we just don't matter. That's what, yeah.
Hey, if you wanted to hit more temples up, I'm down. You want to drink?
I mean, Teddy
Yeah,
like looks
I
over at
I
Duck.
gotta get to somewhere safe and like lay
Duck.
down.
Yeah, Duck, you want to go home and lay down. Like, real down.
Let's
Do you need
get.
to do you need to be carried?
Nah, man, I'm so good.
Yeah, Duck is mobile and movable and can walk and everything, but definitely just wants to be home and napping.
Teddy just kind of like does the thing where you just feed a drunk person water, like as consistently on the
Dude,
walk back.
Duck is so appreciative. He's so appreciative of that.
Okay, you.
I'm
Yeah,
walk by the
Teddy,
Hephaestus
I
temple.
think you might be my best friend. Thank you.
Yep.
You stop by
Oh,
the
okay.
Hephaestus temple. It's like an artisan little place. The offering is normally that you buy like a little a trinket, a single earring or something like that, or a charm to put on a bracelet. And it's like a hot mulled wine that you get in your keg,
Ooh.
Teddy. It's very nice.
Yeah, Milo would offer it to Teddy.
Teddy just shakes his head. He's like, it's too early for me to be that shit faced, and I don't think whatever's sheltering you is gonna do the same thing for me. I think I'll end up more like Duck, and it was like an early 20s thing, you know?
Wait, how old are you?
think he's 27. 27. I'm gonna go with 27 because I don't have it written down.
Sure. I like how intelligent.
Milo
you
just shrugs.
deny
He's not going to
the
peer pressure
sample.
anybody.
You get some food in Duck and drop Duck back at the apartment, where you all watch Duck get into bed.
I'm gonna lay on my side because that's how when my buddy used to get too drunk at parties, we would make sure he laid on his side so he didn't drown in his own vomit. And I'm gonna do that for myself, because you gotta take care of yourself, you know?
And he puts a
And he
trash can.
passes out.
Yep.
And then also like
Yeah,
a
I
like
got
a
it
large
from here.
bucket, like a
Well, Zeph, you have to go back out to the Artemis Temple
Yeah.
pretty soon after, and
That's
the
true.
three of you are like, you're doing your thing. Duck seems fine. Duck's eyes are closed. It seems a little bit like Duck is like sleeping, except 3 minutes after you head out, Duck just like sits up bolt upright and is like, second wind. And we will find out the repercussions of Duck's critical failure later, because Kristen's not going to find out either.
Uh-oh.
nice.
Cool. Duck is a very pleasant
Um,
drunk. What can I say?
Yeah. You, the three of you, kind of wander around the Artemis. The sun is setting early enough that like you just kind of head there after you made the stop in to get food and put Duck down to sleep and all that stuff.
Do I need to return this keg?
Yeah, at some point.
Okay.
You know how the keg works. It wouldn't be your first time even
Yep.
doing that, probably. You've never seen someone be hit quite as hard as Duck was, but
That was wild.
like maybe the saltwater rum was like 90% proof. But you head to the Temple of Artemis. The old woman is kind of sitting on a bench, like a really plain bench, with a wooden bow with a silver string like across her lap as you approach. And she says, you didn't find a more suitable path to try?
I kind of did, but the princess was really trying to sell me on a marketing scheme more than worshiping of the deity, so I did not feel comfortable.
Oh, the
With that.
siren. You met
Yes.
Larissa, the high priest of the siren.
Very nice
It could
woman,
have been
but
that. The armor did make me think perhaps it was
yes,
siren.
the imagery was quite good. But I don't know.
Hmm.
It didn't feel quite, even based on the vision, the authority that the goddess my vision had just didn't feel quite like it matched with her.
Pyramid
Interesting.
scheme didn't help.
Well, they're a small
Yeah.
temple. Also, if you ever have a visitation from the siren, it's very persuasive.
There was no water.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm?
No ocean
The
either.
sirens. It's a good trick the sirens tell you to make you think that they only exist on water.
True.
Temptation exists everywhere. And she like stands up, dusts off her robe. She says, well, if you are carrying the divine blood of Artemis, this won't hurt at all. But if you're not, this will be excruciatingly painful, and I apologize.
Okay. I'll just kind of clench and get ready for it.
Milo will
She
kind of hold.
Do you
the
like
keg,
bite
do you want to take
something?
you want to take a drink first? Like,
Nope.
Bite.
It's okay.
she kind of wanders like the full as far back as she can go. She walks very slowly. As far back as she can go, puts the base of the bow on the ground, and draws a sigil in the air, and the bow enlarges. And as she
Shit.
puts her fingers to the string,
Oh.
it creates an arrow of light that she draws back, like kind of checks it, like looks around to see the wind. She's drawing it with her left hand, and she like looks at you and then changes her mind and decides to draw the bow with the right hand. And the draw is
Teddy,
even
who has been
further
shot
back.
with an arrow before, like knows how much this has to hurt, and will actually like turn away because it's kind of hard to watch somebody like that you're supposed to not let that happen to just line up to get shot.
Uh, she's like, "Are you ready?"
I am.
And she releases the arrow at its full draw, and it's like in the blink of an eye, it's buried in your chest, and you feel for a moment that feverish warmth before the arrow sinks into your chest and like effuses all the way across your body, and you feel under the moonlight powerful in a way that you haven't ever before. As you do that, you kind of see juxtaposed over the woman in the distance that tall ancestor of yours. Not the deity herself, but the first child of Artemis who led to your line. And you can remove the negative and gain 2 sorcery points permanently. And
Oh,
you are level 6, and you gain your level 6 lunar feature.
okay.
Milo, did you look at the arrow being shot, or did you turn away like Teddy did?
Oh, no, Mother watched in
Okay,
morbid
you need to make
curiosity.
a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
This will go well.
You're blinded for 10 minutes from the moonlight arrow. She like walks back over. It's been a minute by the time she gets back after like the enlarging her bow and stuff, and she like looks at you and says, "Oh, your eyes are moon touched. That'll pass.
Like, how
Do you feel better,
soon?
dear?"
Is it? Hello?
Um,
Just looking in a corner.
Milo, you get my wow.
pretty soon. Less than a day and more than a minute.
Do you want to like try to sit around here until it clears? Like, is there something you gotta do now, Zephyr? Is this like a you need to be here? Should we?
No, I think I will just take a moment to myself to kind of say, send a prayer up to Artemis, and kind of rededicate myself to her and the power that her bloodline has gifted to me.
Yeah, and you feel in that moment the urge to fix Milo's blindness to see if that spell works now.
Oh yes, I will cast Lesser Restoration.
It's effortless. Any difficulty you've ever had casting magic is gone now that you understand how your magic functions and where it comes from. And under moonlight, it's even easier, as you just touch Milo, and Milo, the moon-touched blinding in your eyes dissipates easily and comfortably. And you hear the old woman through her old cracked lips kind of whistles and says, you do carry quite the strong blessing.
Suppose I'll be spending much more time here and in her other temples.
Of course.
And discussing things with my family.
Devotee. She chuckles and says, "Well, that feels like a personal issue.
Yes.
But I'll be happy to see you again." Duck, while this is happening, I need you to just roll me a d2. On a 2, it will be a much better blackout drunk outcome.
Nope.
Okay. There's Ron, you finished your day of of waterfall training, and you're just like on your phone when you get like a weird little update thing like from
Yeah.
Kirrydale News or like Kirrydale 7. It's like a news channel,
Oh no.
and it's just like a woman at a park going, "A young man has been standing here for the last 4 hours, challenging anyone that can throw a ball to try and strike him out." And like they interview a child, and the child's like, "I thought I was gonna get him." But like Duck has just bought a bunch of baseballs and is just like slamming them into a nearby pond, like over and over and over again. And then
Successfully crazy.
yeah, successfully, like doing a really good job of it. And then the news reporter says, "The most fascinating thing is that whenever he runs out of balls, and as that happens, we just see Duck with no shirt streaking past and just dive into the pond, and pick up all the baseballs."
Hey, water on the duck's back, man. There's water on
You
the
can-
duck's back.
You can roll me a d4 because you will gain some fame. If you'd rolled a 2, you went to every batting cage in Kirrydale and broke their batting record.
No.
That was the other alternative. Okay, well, you gain 1 fame. It's still not bad. Yeah, Ron, you're just like trying to piece together the drunk video that you got to this extremely good display.
What
Love
happened?
the
What did I
game, man. I
miss?
just love the game.
You go away waterfall
just gotta
training for
get
one
into it.
day.
Oh,
Crazy.
Milo.
dude, you just
hate
gotta get your
batting.
head in the game, man. Just gotta. Oh, fuck! I love
There's a-
baseball.
There's a 95-year-old man who walked past with a like cane who you've been trying to solicit into throwing you a baseball for ages.
But you want to look. I just love. I like your whole vibe, man. You want to throw the ball.
What? I want to throw a hole? I can't throw a hole.
What?
It's just been
What are
going
you
back and forth
talking?
like this for
What are
ages.
you talking about?
We're gonna cut from that that success of Doug to Milo returning the keg. When you go to return the keg, they make you stand on like a giant scale as you return the keg. And then as soon as the keg leaves your hand, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Have you said that I've done this before? Like Milo's experienced the keg before?
Yes.
Okay. Before handing the keg back, kind of holding it under an arm, Milo would do whatever the Dionysus version of and then give the keg back.
Yeah, you do the sign of the cross and then take the last sip out of the keg. That's the sign of the Dionysus. Yeah, so give me a Constitution saving throw. You drank at what, 7 temples? At the
Yes.
Hephaestus one? You give the keg back as soon as it leaves your hand. It's as if you were shot. Your body just ragdolls and just falls onto the weight. And the weight is actually like measuring the force of which you fall. Like there's a leaderboard for the biggest falls from a keg of Dionysus. Sorry. And as you fall, it like goes. There's like this strip that's like a hammer at a carnival, and it only gets to like midway up. And the priest of Dionysus is like, "Oh, I really thought he was going to be better," and like takes a swig from the keg before two burlier acolytes like lift you up and will go deposit you in one of the cots in the Temple of Dionysus. The whole second story of this thing is just beds for people who sleep off alcohol. And you'll wake up there the next morning with no hangover because Dionysus does support his followers. But I think that is roughly where we're going to end this session, except run at your final day at the waterfall. As you are like standing under the waterfall, the water streaming down your eyes, you blink, and in front of you, your grandmother is standing in her armor with two sparring swords. And I just need you to roll me a single attack roll.
You
Her AC
take the
was
one
equal
off.
to your AC.
That would have been
No,
a 22, actually.
They're good practice. It still hits, so
Okay.
her AC is
Well, that
equal to your
is-
AC, and there's like
Exactly.
a montage of like these like precise sword strokes on either side where like neither of you can break through to hit the other one. She hits you a couple of times, but you finally land that blow. And as you land that blow, you see like such pride on her face. And you feel as your oath of glory resonates through your whole body. And you too hit level 6. And that is where we will leave this week. We're going to be not around for a couple of weeks, maybe the whole month. I haven't decided yet. So, but
Goodbye for
come
now.
back and watch next time as the others try and gain level 6.